Right. Looks like we're on now. As always, the latency is I think about a few seconds behind. Uh I'm just turning things on right now. I'm turning things on right now to make sure that everything is working. We're gonna start the show at 8, so just bear with me. Um, let's see. Chat is open, so oh wow. Babe, 327. So yeah. Let's see, make sure. Hey, Chris. How you doing, buddy? Yes, Mittens is here. Say hello, Mittens. Chris McGovern, the great Gen X Muse. Um, thanks for jumping in here. Yeah, I'm funny that you're on here, Chris, because we almost had another episode that happened the last time when we did our live Firesign Chat. So this is Firesign Chat 2 live, the live edition. And we were planning on doing it at, thank you, babe. Oh, can I get one of those? I got a the cannabis. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you got a new computer. Congratulations. Yeah, you have to tell me all about it. Yeah, I got you something. So, yes, that's the plan. All right, let me just get this going here. All right. I guess before we get started, let me get this here. See what we got here. Yeah, before we get started, I wanted to play a little music. I want to make sure that it's on there. And there's Rocco. All right, the man of the hour. Let's get okay. Sorry, this is the Great Mittens. All right. I'm gonna try this and see. It could be a bust, but let me know if you can hear it here. Let me see. That's a good one. I think I was digging. Oh yeah, Athena is behind the scenes tonight. She may or may not join us. We'll see. Can anyone hear this? Am I the only one? Just give me a thumbs up. Got the clear way. And this guy's gonna try to make that with me tonight. So, I know, I just realized that. Sorry, folks, that was a total waste of time. Just apparently I can't play music over the laptop, so I'm gonna turn my thing down here. Anyway, it is 1 a.m. in London. It is 9 a.m. or I'm sorry, it's 1 a.m. in London, 9 p.m. in Philadelphia, and around the world. It is Firesign Chat with Angel live on the As We Go Along network. Welcome. Thanks for tuning in. I got the claret ready, Chris. And anyway, before you get started, before we get our guest on, who goes by the name of RFP, his name is Rocco Pinocchio. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Yeah, I do have bandwidth. So, but before we get started, I just want to say thank you for tuning in. Also, big thank you to our new subscribers. We've got about just as we got on today, we are at 327. So um, it's been it's hasn't been easy getting videos out. I'll be honest with you, but I'm trying. But this month is or this year so far, I've put out some pretty cool stuff. I got our good friend Abigail DeVoe. I got part one and two of her. If you haven't checked out Abigail DeVoe and Vinyl Mondays and the YouTube channel, please check it out. Also, I have um, a two-parter with our friend Chris McGovern, who is on the chats. Check that out. That is really great. They do a podcast called the Gen X Muse. You can find it on Spotify and YouTube. 327. What does that mean? So I got that. I just put out a concert film for 2026. My friend's band Job, and check it out. It's very psychedelic. Yeah, it was the show that we went to. If anybody of the guys in Job are watching, say hello. That was a great time. Um, Recorded pretty much all the sets that were there that night at the Color Club, which if you ever get a chance to come, if you're in Chicago, stop on by to the Color Club. Um, so that's going on. And right now I'm working on part one of my episode with Annie Sanders, who Annie Sanders is a legend in punk rock. She's played with so many bands, most notably, of course, the Meshuggahs, Ambition Mission, This Is My Fist, her own projects, including Bullweather. And then she's in a new band, or two couple new bands, Grassface and what is it? Time Thieves. I was gonna say Time Bandits, but actually Time Thieves. So look out for that one. I'm hoping to get it finished by. Well, I was gonna finish it up today, but that didn't seem to work out. I mean, I'll be honest. It's been kind of like I said, it's been a little challenging getting episodes out. I know that you guys are not like, clamoring at the door for new stuff, but I feel like it's a responsibility to you, our 327 subscribers, to put stuff out on a semi-regular basis. I'm trying. I know there's the shorts that I know get a lot of views. Actually, Athena sent me a bunch of clips from because we're also doing a lot of going out, which in this day and age, let me tell you, it's very important to stay connected to your music scene wherever it is, wherever you can find it. Xander from Buffy died. From Buffy the Xander. I don't know Xander. See, I don't know Buffy the Vampire. My apologies, Chris. I know some people passed away today, so Chuck Norris, which whatever. Then anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so we're trying to stay connected to this music scene that we're in. It's very valuable. I mean, we're not the richest people in the bunch, but you know, I think what we have in the scene musically and then spiritually and then all the friendships and the connections, I think that is the most valuable thing. And we got to see some cool shows. Obviously the Color Club show. And then we went to the Metro last Saturday to see the Tossers for their annual St. Patrick's Day show with our friends Space Age Zeros and um, the Great Effigies, and then the side band that Tony from the Tossers has called the Banshees, not to be confused with Susie and the Banshees. But so I've been kind of low key posting clips from that show, and then of course, we went to see the big Nine Inch Nails show, which was yeah, classic arena rock show. Let me just say hello to some people. Hi everyone. Hey, Optimistic 777. Do I know you? Do we know each other? I hope so. But thanks for joining in. So he was the nice guy friend on the show. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well, RIP to Xander. Well, I think Xander Schloss, is that the name of the actor from Repo Man? Yeah. Oh, wow. All the way from New Zealand. Dylan Guttersnipe. Hey, man, thanks for joining. Um, yeah, we're just about to get started. I'm going to bring my friend on. But I just want to say thank you for all the support and the patience, and yeah, just look out for new stuff. Also, we have 500 followers now on Instagram, which is crazy. It's cool. I'm beyond excited that we have that many followers. However, as you can see, we're still at 327. Not that I'm not bitching about that at all, but yeah, I'd love to see at least get at 500 at least before the end of the year. So yeah, please share this with your friends and what have you, people who are into punk rock, Chicago centric, East Coast centric, weird stuff, funny stuff, and just all around cool stuff. So share it with anyone. Please hit like and subscribe. And I'm going to be calling my friend Rocco in just a moment. So let's see. But yeah, I'm really excited to have this young man. I'm calling him like a one man army band, but his name is Rocco. He performs under the name RFP, and he's in the span of 4 years or so, he's put out five. Oh shit, I haven't even recorded. Hang on. Let me record this shit. There you go. Hey, we're recording. Anyway, that's okay. The rest of that can just live on. But anyway, I'm so Rocco in the span of 4 years has put out 8 or 9 records. Most recently, he unleashed his So Long Nuclear Family record, which I'm really been listening to and really enjoying it. And we're gonna probably talk a little bit about that. We're gonna get to know each other because I've only we've only known each other just in, I don't know, the last 6 months, I think. So, you know, he's coming up. He's a very talented dude. And yeah, whenever you want to come in, Rocco, I'm right here. I'm just keeping the seat warm. So, uh, but yeah, hey Dylan, yeah, and I'm doing okay. I got a galaxy of beverages. I'm drinking the stuff here, Higher Boy. This is by a company called Cannabis beverage. Good stuff. I'm also drinking, excuse me, and Annie, there she is. Some sparkling water. Mm. Now we got some coffee. Oh, hang on. This always happens. I sent it to you. This happens. Let's see. Yeah. No, yeah, this Let me get this. Here you go. All right. I just sent Rocco the link, so he should be joining us any moment. Anyway, also, just to give you an update, so this is Mittens, or as we like to call him, Lucy. So if you've watched any of the Firesign Chats, you'll know that Mittens likes to make an appearance. Um, Recently, in the last week or so, he was started noticing that he was losing a lot of weight, and he was puking up a lot of his food. Like we'd feed him, and then he would just puke it all out, and it was really wearing us. So I was able to get him to the vet. I think it was last Friday, and only thing they can determine is that he's he's probably stressed out. Um, so we've been giving him some extra love, and of course he's eating, so he's still got a bit of a way to go uh to gain some of that weight back. But like I said, if you noticed him from before, he looks a little, come here, say hi. There you go. There you go. Hi. So he's got a little bit of a thinner face. I don't know if he likes that. Ricky Ricardo him out of the show. He's feeling better. I mean, he did puke all of his food. Uh, what was it, yesterday? So I just had to feed him again. Um, Actually, I think was it, yeah, Lars sent us this funny video about uh, a, a man taking care of their dog and like pampering them like a nurse. And I guess I was kind of feeling that with Mittens, just giving him extra love, just making sure he's doing okay. Yeah, yeah, you hear him. Yeah, he's got a voice. So anyway, yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna check in on Rocco. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, he should be on right now. All right. Connect to audio. Hey, let's see. Bear with us, folks. This is like Live Aid, 1985. All right. Okay. I can't hear you. Let's see. Okay. See, I'm glad that we're starting a little later so we can.
Oh my God. Okay, we're
There
good,
you
I
go.
think. Woo! Oh my God. That was so annoying. Google was being stupid on me, so I'm using Safari now because I'm doing it on the browser. So,
Okay.
I'm so sorry about that. I was waiting. I thought it was broken. And
No.
yeah, I got the link. We're all good. Hello,
Okay.
everyone. I'm
Hi.
very happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Rocco. Welcome to the Firesign Chat live.
Yes, so excited.
I'm very excited to have you, and I'm just yeah, just thank you for making the time. I know, yeah, we were kind of having. I almost had a freak out technical thing when we started when I was trying to live cast where it wouldn't give me permission. This happened before, like when we did the last live stream, and that took forever. So I was like, I don't want to, so I had to restart it, and it all worked out. So I'm glad that you're on. But yeah, dude, I was just talking a little bit about you and just how
Yeah,
you're,
thank you.
yeah. Anyway, how are you doing? So yeah, please, I'd like to introduce you to my television friends. Rocco Pinocchio, is that my pronouncing it correctly?
Absolutely. You killed it.
Pinocchio.
Yes, very nice
And
job.
but you perform under the name RFP.
It's my initials, so
Oh,
that's literally it is. My middle name is Fior. or
Okay.
fiore is like the more ethnic pronunciation, which translates to flower. So I think in English, my name is like Rock Flower Plume. Pinocchio is plume.
Oh
I
wow.
think I think Rocco is derived from the Latin word roccus, which means rock, or maybe it's German, whatever. I don't know, but it's an Italian name, uh, and that is how I got my stage name. I guess I thought it had a nice ring to it. I don't know. It was
No.
either that or like just my regular name, but a lot of people do their regular name. It was, either one of those would have worked.
Yeah.
Um, I have. You were right. I did this new album, which I think we're gonna talk about, and um, before that I did 8 albums. But I think um that this one that I just did makes all the other ones sound like totally unlistenable. Like I went back and they're like so badly produced, which is a shame because the songs are really good, or like a good amount of the songs are good. But I think this one is just like so developed, and I'm very proud of it. So
Yeah.
anything you have to say about it, I'm very happy to answer any questions or respond to any comments about it.
Well,
Because
yeah, and I know we spoke before because you're like you obviously have this, you know, you want to kind of control how you tell this album on your own terms, and I don't want to like, take that away from you, but obviously from listening to so long Nuclear Family, I think you're right. Yeah, there's definitely a maturity. Not saying that the stuff that you did was garbage before, which and that
no, I
stuff
get
is
what you mean.
yeah, but like I definitely, stop me if I'm being stupid, but there's definitely a maturity that I hear on this record,
Oh, good. That's what I was going for. Um,
more space.
the other stuff was definitely more adolescent. I think that's the right word because I know that adolescence varies. Like it's like the entire like um first decade of your life where your age is 2 digits or something like that.
Yeah.
But like it's more teenage or youthful, like that other stuff. And I think this because this is the first thing I ever did where I was like 18 or like I was a legal adult for the entirety of the process. And I think when you become an adult, there's like a thing in your brain that just makes you like act grown up. Like,
Hmm.
oh, I'm grown up, I'm past this. Uh like it's like a switch. I don't know. That's how it was for me. I don't know. Maybe for some people it takes longer.
No, I think when you go to hit milestones, there's like this kind of, whether it's whether you're graduating, whether you're just turning a certain age, where you feel the shift is what I call it. And I hear it. I mean, it's like there's more. Well, one thing for sure, like um yeah, there's definitely a lot of vibes going on in this record, and like obviously I hear a lot of some Minutemen, especially on the first song.
The band Minutemen,
Yeah, like
I
especially
don't
that.
listen to them. That's kind of funny.
Okay,
But I am aware of them. Where are they
sure.
from?
They're from San Pedro, California, the SST, but they kind of also they were big on like low frequency, high frequency, like guitar, bass, where it's like that's what I was hearing more of that kind of
Good.
very
I think that's what I was going for. I think a complaint with the album that I have now, like a regret, I don't think there's enough low end because my bass was broken for like 90% of the recording. And when I say that, I mean that um, the low end knob didn't do anything when I turned it. So I had to record it
oh,
and I did all the low end like digitally. And then when I got it fixed, but it was like too late because it sounded way different. Like I had one more song to do and then it sounded different than everything else. So
oh
it just sounded on. I hate when albums like I think it's very prevalent in punk too. Like it's not the end of the world, but like when there's songs that sound like totally differently produced than other songs on the album. Or
yeah,
it's like an OCD kind of thing. I'm not diagnosed, but I
yeah.
have like I'm very meticulous. I don't know. So
No.
yeah,
Yeah, because there's like a yeah, because you can hear it on certain records where like there's like this kind of sonic consistency, and then all of a sudden they're like there's one track where it just sounds much brighter than the other. It's like almost like it was recorded at a later time, a different studio. I don't know. So yeah, and you just went through. You just was it just more like you had to get it done? You didn't want to like just wait until your bass got fixed, or what was the?
Well, I didn't really know that it was broken until it was because eventually it like when I wouldn't get any sound out of it. So then the wire I had to fix like the wires under the knobs and like unscrew it.
Yeah.
So I got that fixed and I was like, wait, I've been doing this wrong. But I made it work as good as I could on like the digital EQ. So uh I think it worked. It sounds like it was recorded in the 60s because of it. Like,
Hmm.
because I think back then, like if you listen to like early Beatles albums, they don't have a lot of low end or
Mm.
like uh Link Ray or something like that,
Yeah.
or Beach Boys or I forgot
Yeah, like the
like
bottom.
that, yeah, instrumental stuff or like where you can really tell. So on the next thing that I do, it will be a lot warmer. And another regret that I have is that I recorded the drums with one mic because I wasn't used to doing it with multiple mics, or even two is like kind of good enough because you can
Yeah.
get a little bit of a range and it's stereo. So the drums are mono, um, which I don't know, and it like kind of went into the red zone a little bit. So next time I'll be sure to record with two mics and the keyboard. I have the keyboard pan to the right, but it's like only there. So there's no like it was recorded mono and then I panned it. So
Mm.
I think what I'll do next time is I can do it stereo and then it will be on the right, but it'll flow into the center more.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
And so how long did it take you to do So Long Nuclear Family, which by the way is a great title.
thank you.
And it really like, kind of stokes a lot of imagery of, where we're at now in this country.
Mhm.
But
It took me, I guess, 4 months uh to like record everything. Like right after my last older album, It's All Happening, I got all this new equipment and I was uh experimenting with all these things. And a lot of those experiments ended up what was or like what the album turned into. So it was kind of all a learning experience, but I think it sounded really good and I didn't want to like redo it. It's like I think Trent Reznor has a thing where he does like two takes of everything only, or at least that's what he does for his vocals, and then that's it because that's what the song is, and like that's the original energy that it has. And then when you beat it to death, like Brian Wilson, and then
yeah,
it's just like insanity.
and the
Um,
Beatles too, because yeah, especially later on doing like 100+ takes of the same song.
ridiculous. I think Sergeant Pepper took like 700 hours to record. It was
Right.
crazy.
And so 4 months, and then each track, obviously, you're starting from drums, or how do you start the songs?
Always from drums because
Yeah.
it, and I always play with the click too. Every, excuse me, I'm sorry. Every song on this album was done with a click,
Okay.
or there were parts that had different time signatures or different tempos. Not all the time, but it happened. So I would go back and splice it to make sure that the drums still followed the click all the way through. Or there's times where it's never like 100% accurate. Um, like it'll slow down in throughout the click, and then it will catch up, and then like, but by the end of the song, it will still end on that.
Yeah.
Or like, I think that's something you can relate to, maybe. Um,
Well, as somebody who, yeah, well, yeah, especially playing with a click, yeah, you kind of, yeah, I mean, I tend to try to stay on the beat, but once you get the hang of it, you can kind of make it sway, and I can kind of hear that at times where you're just like bringing it down, and it's like this, but yeah, it doesn't fall apart, which is it's a very
I did that like I think there's like 3 or 4 notable times where that happens.
yeah,
But I don't think it was like too discombobulated. I wanted to play with the click because I wanted to like have a thing where I could go back and like recall the tempo because never really used to do that. Like I
Yeah.
would just play what I thought how fast it should have sounded, if that makes sense. Like I never
Mhm.
had these like when I was like 13 or 14 and I was getting into like Oblivion, they were doing a lot of like 200 BPMs because like that's like Brian's thing. Like, and I didn't really know like what to call that. So I just had this tempo in my head. And I always like when I first listened to those drum beats, it was hard to keep up with because I thought the one was on the snare, like,
Mm.
but it's really
Yeah.
like it's like a weird thing. And then like you have to like the chord is like always like a measure early or something. Uh,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I had to learn to keep up with that. And then like when I figured it out, I was like, oh my god, do most people know about this? Because like not a lot of people, I guess like the general public knows like or like is used to that sort of fast drumming style or just like fast BPM anything.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm sorry, I'm gotten off topic. It will
No,
all
that's
come
cool.
back, I promise.
Yeah,
Um,
no, no. Well, I guess kind of going into like, since I'm just getting to know you a little bit more and not folks, if you're just tuning in, this is Rocco Pinocchio, RFP. We're talking about his new album, So Long, Nuclear Family. Um, yeah, like I guess what I usually ask my guests is like what was the thing that got you inspired to do this? I mean, this has been a journey. There's a great video on your YouTube channel. You're kind of like your proof of intent. Your kind of like your mission statement video. And seeing that you've been playing since you were a little one. So I mean, can you tell me a little bit about like what got you? How'd you get the
my
bug
first
like we did?
my first instrument was drums, and I taught myself by watching videos of Ringo Starr play, and then I
Hmm,
would mimic what he did, like the way he uses the hi hat. And I didn't know that he was lefty, like at
okay.
heart. So it made sense that he kind of played like sloppily because like he would do this. So
Mhm.
I just kind of thought that's what you would do to like create this. It's like almost swingy or shuffly, but it's not.
Mhm.
Um, but there's like emphasis on it. So
Yeah.
that's kind of like how I used to play. Um, and then evolved into like John Bonham, who I think is like one of the few redeemable parts of Led Zeppelin. John Bonham and John Paul Jones are amazing, and I hate Jimmy Page and Robert Plant.
Well, I mean, just their presence. You don't think they work in the
I think they're annoying, and I don't like that Jimmy Page slept with underage groupies.
Mm.
Does not sit right with
No,
me.
you are right. Actually, yeah, I mean, like I said, it's there's separating the art from the person. But yeah, I mean, those things are inexcusable, and it's amazed
No
that there's
matter what time it was, you know.
yeah, yeah,
If I mean, I understand. Like Brian Wilson married his wife when he was 22 and she was 16.
sure, yeah,
You
yeah.
could do that. I don't even think these people were 16. They're like 13 or
No,
14. This is fucking
no,
crazy.
no.
Um. So
I mean, some
anyway,
in some cases, yeah, they would easily say, oh, we wanted to be there. I'm just saying. I'm not excusing it. It's like
they
it's
can't
almost like
consent though. That's the
right. No,
yeah
I know. Yeah, they're not.
yeah.
Oh, but anyway,
But
yeah, no,
I love John Bonham. I think he's awesome because him and John Paul Jones were like the quieter members, or like they weren't as flashy. They were just like really good musicians. So John Bonham, Neil Peart, who I share a birthday with, very proud of that.
oh,
Um,
okay.
I love Rush. My favorite Rush song is Subdivisions, by the way.
Hmm.
I like. Oh, I think my favorite drummer of all time is Keith Moon. Uh,
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
just because of his energy and like he was doing shit that not a lot of people were doing. Like I think I Can See for Miles has two drum tracks
Hmm. Yeah.
pan on each side, which is just crazy. Like you can't replicate that.
Hmm. Hmm.
And like the explosives, and he was just like great showman. And I mean, he was crazy, but like he spoke like a gentleman when interviewed.
Well,
if you
he
see
and he
the
brought,
videos. Of
yeah, and he brought the flair. He brought like this kind of brought drumming to the lead as opposed to just being in the back, kind of. So no, right on,
yeah,
man.
he was like they were all like frontmen in their own way, and then even John Entwistle was badass.
Hmm.
They were all. I love the Who,
Yeah,
more than Led Zeppelin. I so a lot of classic rock influences for drumming, and then I think guitar came next, and then piano, and then bass, and then all three of those instruments were like within the span of a year. I think guitar was like late 2019, piano was mid 2020, and then bass was late 2020.
okay.
So I was like 12 and 13.
Yeah,
Um, I think for like punk, because I'm really a punk artist, even though I do stuff with different genres musically, I think um like state of mind wise, I'm a punk lyricist and everything because I'm very like for people and like I mean I'm for people, but I'm very antisocial, if that makes sense. Like
yeah.
um I
I
think
was gonna
I'm
ask. Yeah, I was gonna ask that too because obviously, you know, I don't know what your plans are if you're ever thinking about bringing this live, but would you are you at a point where you feel comfortable like sharing this music with other people, or are you still like I don't want to.
oh I love you mean like um in what way sharing it?
Well, just like if you're like given an opportunity where you're like, hey, like can RFP play a show and
Oh my
you know
God, I would love nothing more. I was made to perform. As
yeah.
stupid as that sounds like a theater kid talking. But I practice like this wall right here. Like I will just like play guitar and sing at the wall, or I'll like play air piano, um, or something like that. Because I think if I were to sing and play an instrument, it would be with guitar or piano, because they're both comping instruments, so you don't need to think as hard. It's really hard to sing and play bass. I don't think a lot of people recognize that. It is not easy. Um,
Yeah,
like
especially on this record, there's a lot of like
push,
really like notey
yeah,
stuff on the bass, which I'm like, damn.
stretches.
Yeah.
Um, so, oh my God, I would love to perform live. It's
Okay.
really the best way to promote yourself.
Yeah.
Um, and like they can see you. It's like putting on a pair of shoes. Like
Hmm.
and like walking around in it. Like you can't tell just by looking at the box of shoes in the same way that you can't tell just from looking at a YouTube video or an Instagram reel. Um, I just haven't gotten the opportunity yet because I'm still pretty young. I'm 18. Um, and like I don't know. I mean, I'm the drummer from Captain Jazz was like 12, right? This is his brother.
Yeah. So
It's
12. Well,
amazing.
when he started playing in Cap and Jazz, he was still in eighth grade. That's right.
And
So
or like Slint, like they were babies.
yeah, yeah. Um,
Um,
so
but I do
it
everything myself. I don't have as many uh friends. So I do everything myself for that reason, and also just because I'm so stingy and like I like my visions. Like RFP is the brainchild of myself.
hmm
And I could
hmm
if I were to be in other bands, I would make it so that the effort is everybody involved. Like um nobody really or like I guess people could write their own songs, but everybody would have their own say in it, no matter who pitched the idea. Like it's that group. Like when
Yeah.
Queen had the Money feud, and then they decided to make the writing credits just Queen. Um, you
I mean
know?
that squashes any arguments, that's for sure. Actually, there was the guitarist Wayne Kramer from the MC5.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a clip on YouTube. Thanks, babe. Can you give me another one of these too? Um, yeah, there's this clip on YouTube where he was just kind of breaking down the whole band, just how bands work and how it really is supposed to work as far as like, there's, some people have an assumption that there's like a democracy in a band, but usually it's like there's the one person that writes the songs and the other person that does the booking or whatever arranging. So it's never quite like a democracy. But then when, money starts coming through, that's when everyone's like, hey, where's my thanks, babe. So
It's weird how that stuff works.
yeah.
or
So
like
you know,
that.
so there's nobody in your like in 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 your circle that you're like that you can play music with, or you just prefer.
No, not really. I
Oh
think
man,
I just, which I'm fine with. It doesn't bother me right now
yeah,
because um, a couple reasons. Anyway, I think maybe
mm,
when I get to college, I'll meet more like-minded people. I am going to college. Very excited. I hate high school. Um,
yeah,
Still better than elementary school and middle school, but I'm not a fan of how everyone is like trying so desperately to do their own thing, or like they think they have it because really they're just like trying to prepare themselves
yeah.
um for what they think they're gonna deal with. But like um
I
there's
mean,
it's just there's a lack of community. I don't know, it feels very competitive. So I
yeah,
um
yeah. Because I
and
was gonna
I
say like no, no. I
yeah.
mean, I want to say like obviously like I graduated from high school like 300 years ago, so things have changed since I was in school, and like I mean, I can't imagine with what young guys like yourself are being bombarded with, how that, that's gotta like, you probably have guessing you have to like kind of, you know, have a lot of strength within you to just be able to deal with all that kind of dumb shit
Yeah,
that, you know,
I think, and I know plenty of people that like similar things as me, but I think I like those things for different reasons as them.
yeah,
I don't know. The way my generation consumes music is, I think, pretty passive. But I think at the same time, we're also doing a lot better job with um like genuinely appreciating something. Like millennials are fucking horrible.
you know.
I think we're a little better than millennials. And
I would say,
honestly,
yeah,
there's plenty of older punks that are like shitheads. Like
sure, sure,
or just like these grumpy old farts with like their arms crossed and like at a
yeah,
show. Or like plenty of people that I like, it's happened so many times where people just hate when you like go in front of them at a concert or like
mm,
pass through them because they're standing there and they have etiquette. It's so annoying. So every generation has like their own forms of uh, assholeness.
sure,
I think in my case, um, because of how passive a lot of it is, because a lot of stuff is digital now. Um, it's hard to find people that go in depth with something as I will. Like I can listen to an album and fixate on it for months, along other albums that I will also fixate on for months, and then I like trade back and forth whenever, like just so I don't go insane, like
yeah,
multiple fixations at the same time. Um, I'm a very logical musician, I think, um, because I'm paying attention to the structure of songs more than anything, than like the lyrics or like the energy that they have. Like I'm very formulaic.
mm,
Um, I don't know how many people that would be like as formulaic about stuff like that. Like they might let stuff slide more, or I guess my visions are just too strong. Um, but anything could happen. I would
yeah,
like to do some jazz stuff. Like maybe I could be in some combos eventually. That
yeah.
might be nice. I love jazz, which
I
I
mean, I
get to.
hear a lot of yeah, I hear a lot of jazz on this record. Let me see. I got some notes just as I was listening to. Yeah, yeah, the one, and correct me on the pronunciation, but it's sparsetine,
That's 13.
sparsetine.
Yeah, weird name. It's if you look it up, it's an orange gem.
Yes,
It's like the opposite of sapphire.
right.
Um,
It's got
it
healing
was.
properties too.
It's
It's
got what?
healing properties like so yeah, because I looked it up, I'm like, that's quite a name. So yeah, there's like
Mhm.
so for creativity, it's known to awaken artistic, mental, and physical creativity.
I didn't
And
even know that. That's
yeah,
actually very crazy. I didn't even
yeah,
think about that. I was thinking I have a friend that wrote a song called Sapphire, which is like a really moody and like almost like backhanded love song about I think this person actually I don't know how much I can elaborate, but that's what the song's about.
Yeah, no, save
Um,
it for the yeah, save it for the book or the video, whatever.
and I really like the song and I wanted to write like the anti version of that. So sapphire is a blue gem and the opposite of blue is orange.
Hmm.
So I did spessartine, which is like the most, I think, well-known orange gem. And the idea of that song is it's like this delusional, um, super happy-go-lucky song, I guess. Um,
Yeah.
and yeah, it has brush sticks, which you might notice, like the
Hmm.
on the snare drum,
Yeah. No, it's
which
very, yeah,
yeah,
it's very jazzy. I mean, there's a lot of really cool jazzy moments on this. I was hearing a lot of Deep Purple as well, because
I
yeah, that
do like John Lord, very
yeah,
good,
he's a great, yeah. I
and
mean,
I like Richie Blackmore a lot too.
better than Jimmy Page, right?
Oh, obviously, he's amazing.
Yeah, he's a lot more angrier.
He's kind of a shred wanker, but he's awesome.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
just intensity, he's awesome.
Yeah, total intense dude.
And I guess the chord progressions throughout the whole album are very jazz inspired.
Yeah.
I would say I'm more jazz trained than classical trained, even though punk is my genre. Um, I was gonna talk about this. I think some punk influences, like musician wise, I'll pick a couple. I think for like punk keyboard, it would be like Two Sounds of Liberty because they used the keyboard,
Oh
uh,
yeah.
like Wash Away,
Yeah.
which has a piano on it, but it's a punk song. Like
Yeah,
I,
the Damned
not a
too.
lot of people. I think a lot of people were arguing that they were like I guess, hard rock band because they had all these different influences. I like Two
Hmm.
Sounds of Liberty.
Yeah.
So it would be that. For drums, it would probably be like, I guess drums and bass, it would be the Wright brothers from No Means No.
Hmm. Those
I
guys are
love
sick. Yeah.
so awesome. And then guitar would be like Frank Nevada.
Hmm.
He, he's playing so freaking angry. And he's only on that one album, Milo Goes to College, but he's playing like all downstrokes, mostly bar chords too, which is impressive. And they're fast paced, like in Tonyage. Like that riff
Mhm.
is so hard to play. I guess that's like what the imaginary personnel, like Muse, would be.
Hmm. So if they're out there.
If I just to name some names.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
I said if there anybody's out there listening, yeah, yeah. Rocco is calling you to come join.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
no.
I
Yeah.
and I made these music videos where I like reenacted all the performances. I don't
Yeah.
know if you saw those. So if anybody were interested, they could look at those, and I think it would be a good guide. In the description, it goes through all of the chord progressions, BPMs, tempos. Wait, no, those are the same thing. Time signatures. That's what I meant to say. Key
Mm.
signatures, um, lyrics, and where to listen to the song. And then there was another thing I forgot because it's like a formula. When you have like this, when you have like a series of videos, you like put the same description, then you alter it a little bit. So I forgot.
Okay.
But it's stuff like that, and I'm very proud of those videos.
Yeah.
Um, and like, there's plenty of ways going back to the live thing that like I could go about. Like, I could just do like solo acoustic stuff, solo piano stuff. I could like set up like backing tracks where it's like everything but the primary instrument and my lead vocals, so that it's almost like I'm playing with the band, and then it's like hooked up to my computer through a PA system and stuff. So there's like a bunch of ways to go about it, and I'm really
Yeah.
looking forward to it. Uh, Maybe this summer, who knows?
I mean, oops, excuse me.
You're excused. I love kitty cats.
Oh yeah, this is Mittens. We call him Lucy, Lucille Ball, because do you ever watch I Love Lucy? Do you ever watch that show?
I do like I Love Lucy. I don't remember Lucy the Ball though.
Oh, she was, the Lucy Ricardo, the wife, the main
I don't
star.
remember. It's been a minute. My dad likes
Okay.
the show.
Check it out. But there's so Lucy and his her husband Ricky Ricardo owns
Mhm.
a Cuban like dance club called Club Babalu.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, it's coming back to me now.
And she's always begging to be in one of his productions and one of his shows, and he always says no. But then she manages to like sneak, disguised as as like a like either a man or an instrument, trying to get into the show. And that's Mittens. He will just get into the
Because
shots.
he just comes. I like that. Was was Assembly Line inspired by the Assembly Line scene in I Love Lucy a little bit?
Oh, I don't know. I wasn't in the room when they wrote that song, but I could see that.
The
Or just
cover looks like the cover for that EP looks kind of similar, or
yeah.
because it's like an old fashioned. Except the I Love Lucy thing is way funnier. Assembly Line, the song is depressing. Great
I
song though.
mean, well, and I mean, I guess we can, like I said, we can veer into whatever rabbit hole we want to get into. But obviously, one of the things that we connected over was our love of the Vindictives, and of course, the when you sent me a message saying, "Hey,
Hmm.
are you the guy from the Vindictives, or we're in the Vindictives?" And I was like, "Whoa," because I maybe get one, somebody's, hey, I think you were in that band, maybe once every other year or whatever,
Every
but
other
yeah,
year, wow.
yeah, sometimes, someone will be like, oh, you played on that record, and yeah, you
Because
just hit me.
there's only one thing where there's someone named Angel on any of their performances.
Hmm.
Because it would have been uh, PJ Party, right?
Yeah,
Otherwise, is
and then
that the
before
only other drummer?
Eric Elsewhere.
Eric Elsewhere. Um, were, were they both part of Many Moods?
I think so, yeah,
Like
because
at different times.
yeah, so that was, so with the many moods, that was all the stuff they recorded. And I told you the story about how there was this um idea of doing all those songs, like re-recording them for Lookout.
Yes, and then it didn't happen.
Right, because PJ Party or Pat Buckley was like, it's like, I don't want to do these songs. Like, you want to do them, Angel? And I was like 19. Yeah. Like, I mean, like, you cool with that? And we practiced, like, it's crazy how I kind of know those songs. Like, they're like in my DNA.
Were they
So,
hard?
I mean, there's some tricky stuff, but once you play them, like, and we played them a lot, like later when I was with that band, when we were just like kind of practicing for the show, practicing for the studio, it was just like, okay, we're gonna like, we just played every single song from pretty much the many moods.
And there was no Joey.
No Joey. He showed up maybe I don't know, once. Well, yeah, he came maybe a couple times, two or three times to practice with us, and then the rest of the time it was just us. So
He was a non-character, but he was
yeah.
G. He was brilliant. I think he needed to like preserve his energy for all of his ideas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he
Oh
was
yeah.
so talented as a writer. Nobody had the like balls to write about the stuff that he did. I don't think anyone wrote about like mental health and stuff. That's really what I associate him with, like
Yeah.
mental health awareness almost. Because he was especially with hypnopunk and stuff.
Yeah.
Or just even like the This Is My Face EP, like Spring Valley Shopping Mall and then Terrible Monster and Upside Out. That whole EP, yeah, that's like such a ridiculous EP. Also, Rocks in My Head Has Grown on Me. That EP is
Oh,
so
okay.
good.
Yeah.
It took me a while to realize that it's very different than like Alarm Clocks and then like the Eating Me Alive, Johnny Where Are You stuff. Like 95 and like in between Rocks in My Head and then Hypnopunk. I don't really like that period as much. Like
It's
95 stuff.
yeah, it's a little, well, I think that, yeah, the kind of the butt end of those songs of that I think that's kind of the last stuff that Buckley played on. That's where it kind of like you could tell it's like getting a little like they're getting tired.
Oh,
Johnny, Where Are
totally.
You and Eating Me Alive are almost the same song if they have like the
They are
same.
the same song. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So, but
But
I
dude,
mean
automaton.
it was the 90s though where it was kind of about I wouldn't say it was about showing off your mental illness, but I think it was more like this open thing of like, yeah, I'm fucked up. What are you gonna do about it? I'm gonna write a song about it, or I'm gonna make art.
Hmm.
But
It's
now
awesome.
yeah,
Automaton is so good.
yeah,
It's
that was
truly amazing. Like the fake fade out. And I didn't notice for a while that like I think it's Billy Blastoff and Johnny. Um, their backing vocals they switch channels at some point throughout the song. So it
mm,
kind of sounds like you're going crazy.
yeah,
Um, like la 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 la
yeah.
la.
No,
And it's just so brilliant.
I think that's the classical influence. I remember, like I said, I've told you, Joey's always talked to me about how like wanting to mix everything like it's like an orchestra where there's a lot of layers and, it's
Do you
not
know
just
how they did the like choir for structure and function? Or because it sounds like a choir during the bridge, I guess, like the part before the solo. Um,
mm.
la
Oh,
la la. That part.
oh yeah. So that was probably done at Joey's place. So
Mhm.
that's when they had the studio set up in his house.
Yeah, it sounded like a ton of natural reverb, like
Yeah,
in a room where they didn't put it on or anything. It
right.
sounds so grand. It's like an organ almost, but
Yeah,
like with people.
yeah. I think well, and then when they mixed it. I don't know if you listen to the Jughead podcast, but they get into like how they had to automate everything, and you can hear it. It's just like
Oh yeah,
this.
the panning map.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like, holy shit. I mean, part of me like kind of regrets not sticking around and being, wanting to be at every session, but it was, there was a little bit of isolation between us and Joey, or at least me and Joey, and like Johnny was kind of like telling us, kind of like telling us, okay, this is what Joey wants on this track, and like he doesn't take that out. It's not the way I'm used to working with, but I like I said, I was just a fan. I just wanted to.
And he was like the leader of all of it, and like he was there, and it seemed like he was from the way you say he's there in like very limited sections.
Yeah, I mean, he was there when he needed to be there, I guess, like
Hmm.
vocals or like just
So
even
awesome.
even just kind of like, okay, where's the direction going with this? Like, where are we taking this? Because there would be times where like we have no idea what this should sound like, and he would just give us a little bit of a little bit of a kernel of knowledge to get us through, and then we could figure it out. And it's like cool. So,
It's still my favorite Chicago punk band, of
mm,
above all of them. Um, but I think my favorite punk album from Chicago is Full Throttle by the Blue Meanies.
okay,
It's so good, so
yeah.
underrated.
Very
But
underrated. Yeah, I mean, they
yeah,
were. I mean, I remember when they played McGregor's a lot, and then uh, I think the last time I saw them was at this outdoor fest in Indiana in I want to say '99
Gary,
with Blue Meanies, or I think was it Gary or was it outside of Gary? It's like right over the border. It was at a park.
I think they had a studio on Gary.
Okay.
They were rocking Gary, as they said in interviews that's on YouTube.
Oh, they rocking Gary.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that was that an Alkaline Trio was there, which was a hoot. This is like
Hmm. They did that split single, right?
I think so.
The like spooky one in like 2001. I don't
Mm,
remember.
yeah.
That was pretty cool. Before Matt Skiba decided to dress like a cop for his Instagram story.
Yeah. It's funny because I mean, not saying I'm buddies with him, but I mean, I spent like I don't know, a couple nights in Crystal Lake where they all lived and hanging out with Skiba. And like when I knew that Matt Skiba, like he was just this like really goofy, friendly, drunk guy. Like he was just always constantly kind of always had, just constantly drunk. Not like sloppy, but just like, he's had a few. And he was just funny.
and he was in the Traders
Right. Yes.
and Jerkwater.
Oh
uh,
yeah.
and now he's in Blink, or he was. Like, how do you
Right.
go from that to that? That is so ridiculous.
Yeah, that's, yeah, that whole transformation of Blink-182 is almost like when they switched. I'm trying to think of like, I guess almost, I wouldn't call it like Van Halen when David Lee David Lee Roth left and then Sammy
And then
Hagar.
Sammy Hagar, yeah.
Or it could be the guy who replaced Sammy Hagar.
I don't
Blink.
even know about that.
He was the guy from Extreme, Sharon or Theron. I don't know. It doesn't matter, but like it's kind of like okay, he's kind of keeping the seat warm until what's his face comes back. I was never a fan. I'll be honest with you, like that period of the late 90s, early 2000s and pop punk was getting dark and
Oh my
stupid.
God, it was so bad. And boy bands and shit.
Yeah, and like when this record when we put out Hypnopunko and
That was when all that was kind of happening.
it was amping up. I mean, it was, and I don't know if you listened to the episode I did with Johnny Personality, but because I was asking him about that, like, there was this kind of need to have everything sound just, a certain way, and that was kind of the vibe. They're like they want to get this sound that could get
Mhm.
assigned to Fat Records, with Fat Mike, which that was kind of on the that was what do you call it? That was kind of what we were not promised, but it was like, okay, this could happen. We could get signed, Fat Mike and put us on his label.
Yeah, I think autotune was invented in '98.
Mm.
So, and then like boy bands happened. I hate Justin Timberlake so much. I hate his face.
I mean, yeah, he's still around. Like who?
Somehow.
Yeah, I mean, I can go on about people I hate, that's for sure. So,
Yeah, I apologize. I won't do
no, no, no. I mean, if you need a vent about someone, like, yeah, like I said, like the pop punk scene in like in the 2000s sucked. I really fucking hated the Lumineers, Mumford and Son, like bro folk of the 20 teens, that yeah, like kind of like
Like boom clap, boom
boom
stomp
clap.
clap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not like all that indie hipster stuff.
Yeah, it was fucking
And the
dark.
skinny jeans and the overpriced burgers,
The
all of that.
overpriced-
I know exactly what you're talking about. There's a
Oh
lot
yeah.
of, I think actually late 2000s and early 2010s was pretty good. Like
Hmm.
when Obama was president, it was actually a pretty good time
It felt
um,
okay. Yeah, it felt like, I
for a lot
mean,
of stuff. Even if he was lazy, he was pretty good. Better than Trump,
hmm.
infinitely.
No, I mean, I definitely felt a little safer. I think a lot of us, people of color, trans folks, people in the LGBTQ community felt safe. Like everyone can just feel a little bit themselves. And so,
Hmm.
oh, anyway, Chris, my friend Chris just said it was Gary Sharon who was the guy that replaced Sammy Hagar in Van Halen. And Gary Sharon was the singer in the band Extreme that had that song More Than Words. Did you ever hear that song?
No, but who else was an extreme?
Oh, Nino Betancourt on guitar.
Yes, that's right. And he's
Nino.
awesome.
Nino. Is it Nino? Nino. Yeah.
I think it was, I always thought it was Nuno. Nino.
Nino.
I
Yeah.
actually don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know if it was Nino. I think it was like a lower vowel. I don't know.
I think
He
he
is so
insured
good
his
though.
hands. He insured his hands for like $1 million or something.
Really? I didn't know that.
I mean, this was like extreme. This was the height of extreme. It was that good of a guitarist seat.
I don't even listen to that band, but I really respect him. He's
Oh,
awesome.
oh, my friend Annie, shout out to you, Annie Sanders, great musician. She says Nuno, Nuno.
Nuno, I knew it. Yes, perfect. Shout out to my mom and my brother while I'm at it.
There you go. Hey,
If they're watching, I'm pretty sure they're watching.
if you're
Um,
watching, yeah, please, yeah, thanks for everyone for
yeah,
being on here. We've
I
got
don't know
seven
how many.
people on. I heard there's 8 likes so far, so yeah, people are liking. They're enjoying you, Rocco. So,
No, they're enjoying you, and congratulations on 500 followers. Did you get a
mm,
milestone thingy?
yes,
Nice, very
yeah.
cool.
I was like, oh, like I got 500. I got 500 followers, and all we get is a post.
Yeah,
So
I saw that.
yeah,
It's pretty funny.
but no, I mean it's like I don't know. I'm 51. I can still play. Like I still got my chops, but I know at some point I'm gonna have to like, I don't know. I mean, I still want to do music, but
Oh,
maybe
you got
not.
to keep going.
I got to
Yeah,
do something. And this is one thing that I can do, and it's been fun, just getting to connect with people like you and just, make stuff and just share it with
yeah. This is like I'm sure it's something a lot of people my age could do in 30 years because you've done stuff. So
mm,
like it'd be goofy for me to have something like this because I'm not nearly as experienced yet. But I think you just handle it so good. Like the whole concept of like the stories that you have with friends is just so awesome.
yeah.
Uh, that
Thanks,
you've
man.
had along the way, and
Yeah.
the like vlogs too, like the trout dish. That's so cool. Awesome.
Yeah, that was yeah, Chris, which yeah, uh Chris McGovern, please subscribe to their channel, the Gen X Muse. But yeah, when we were talking about that episode, Chris just started laughing. He's like, "You unleash that record onto somebody that doesn't listen to that kind of music." I'm like, "Yeah, like whatever, it's."
Everyone needs to hear that at one
I
point
yeah, I
the
think.
whole way through. When I first heard it, I loved it immediately because
Mm,
I was so annoyed with so much music. I was just like angry. I don't know why. And I wanted something. I heard that it was like the weirdest album ever. Um, Along with like Disco Volante by Mr. Bungle, which is a
mm,
great album. And oh my God, what's it called? Curious Stories, Curious Songs from the Bible, The
mm.
Residents. You
Oh,
know,
Wormwood. Wormwood. You,
Wormwood. Yes,
you got
that's
into
what
that
it is.
record? Wow. That's a heavy, I love that record. I actually saw that tour.
That's
That's
you
how
saw The Residents? Wow,
I've seen him what, 4 times, 5 times.
so cool. So it's
Yeah.
insane. Nobody knows them after like 50 years.
Yeah.
Like
No, I mean,
who they really are.
you kind well, it's funny. I was just talking about this because I know, Banksy got uh, they found his identity, or he's been outed.
Oh, I wasn't aware of that. I thought they were
Yeah,
just in.
which I'm like, you know what? Fuck that. Like, it's like, yeah, like you're worried about Banksy's identity, whereas, what about the redacted people in the Epstein files? Like, and
Yeah.
and 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 of course, my thought is like, okay, well, if his name is out there, like, I don't even want to know that name anymore. I don't even show it to me. Like, I'd rather rather not know that he
Like
exists.
you gotta like gaslight yourself.
Basically, yeah, kind of like the residents. Like, I gaslit myself because I mean, I kind of know who's in that group and who's not in that group. But I'm like, I don't want to know. I just I like the mystery of it. I like the yeah, just yeah, the obscurity of it at all. We don't have enough of that. Everybody's like,
And I need to get into the cardiacs more as well.
oh
Because
yeah,
they're very sing to God. I need to listen to. But yeah, Travis Replica, and I heard Frownland, and I was like,
yeah,
yes, something I haven't heard before. Because like throughout the whole journey of the album, the production is not good. Uh,
mm,
we know that. I think they recorded it in like a few hours because they rehearsed it for 9 months of some
yeah,
crazy story. He, like tortured his bandmates.
yeah,
Uh,
like yeah, like basically isolated them, starved them. Well, like
all for the music, but he's the captain, you know.
yeah, um,
So I heard it, and throughout the album I kept listening, and I was like, I would rather listen to this than listen to the radio.
Mm,
Like I kept thinking about that. Like, would I rather listen to this insanity, or would I rather listen to something so contrived and boring? And I was like, yeah, you know what? This is pretty awesome in
mm.
retrospect. And some of the songs looking back are absolute jams. I think my favorite is My Human Gets Me Blues because it's about
Yeah.
trans rights. That breakdown where he's like, just you the way he wants because he never had a doll because everyone made him a boy and God didn't think to ask his preference. No one was like, that's so cool.
See, I never thought about it. Yeah, no, I mean, he was singing about it without, it's
Big Joan, awesome.
that's my jam there. Pachuco Cadaver,
China
uh,
Pig,
Moonlight, yeah, China Pig, Moonlight,
Moonlight on Vermont. And,
yeah.
oh, I think the best one is Veterans Day Poppy.
Mm,
That's like the final. It's like the cherry on top for the album.
yeah,
Best way that they could have closed it. The album has like a strange war theme because like that song and then Deck Out Blues,
yeah.
right? Um, back in World War Three's plural.
Hmm. Yeah. I
Yeah, I
mean,
love Captain Beefheart
oh, I no, I get
more
down.
than Zappa. Actually, I think
Okay. I
Zappa was
mean,
more talented though, probably.
I
But
mean, I think he wrote his own. Well, obviously Zappa wrote all the songs, and Captain Beefheart took credit for all the music and let everybody else work on it. But yeah, I mean, I was the same way. That was the first record that I heard of Captain Beefheart's, in high school, and I'm like, this is amazing. Like, and especially because I could see like because I heard it at this record store I worked at, my first job, and I remember putting it on and seeing some customers get uncomfortable, almost like what the fuck is this? And I'm like, this is the best thing I've ever heard because you know,
on
I
the
mean,
fifth listen, you realize it's one of the greatest things you've heard,
yeah, yeah.
or something
And
like that.
but then when you
Did
hear
you?
some, when you hear the albums before that and after that, it's like, whoa, it's like especially the early stuff where it was like,
Safe as Milk is a beautiful album.
I
I
love that
love that
album.
album.
Yeah.
I'm ready. It's a great song. Um, did you immediately like that album as well?
Which one, Safe as Milk or Trap?
No, Trap Master.
Oh, like, you see, I was already kind of like, I was already prepared for weird shit. So for me, it was like it had to really be like so like what the hell is this unhinged kind of like that's why I love The Residents and then yeah, and I heard Captain Beefheart. I'm like, this is exactly what I'm listening. I've been looking for something like this, and of course this was the era of grunge, so it just fit perfectly with like all the stuff happening in Seattle, and then of course the local scene, and then yeah, I mean shoegaze was like a lot of different stuff was kind of coming along, and then a lot of the ambient house music.
Like ethereal
Yeah.
wave, like
Hmm.
the Cocteau Twins,
Oh yeah, which that I
Depeche
mean,
Mode.
I was just playing Depeche Mode for my girlfriend last weekend.
I
She,
love Depeche Mode.
yeah, like I was trying to explain to her like Depeche Mode, like for me, like Depeche Mode and The Cure were like they're
Oh, I love The
two,
Cure.
yeah, two
Hate the
perfect
Smiths.
bands, all kind of doing their thing. Um, yeah, what do we got
I.
here?
What do you think of the Smiths?
I, I mean, I have a soft spot for the Smiths. I mean, those trying to think of the records like I think it's Hateful Hollow. It's the European version. It's called something else in the States. I think it's Stranger Ways Here We Come, is it? Or
Maybe.
no, Louder Than Bombs, like that, that Louder Than
Yeah,
Bombs,
because there
which
was that one, Meat is Murder, self-titled, and then The Queen is Dead. Because they
yeah.
had like, I think they had four albums, or maybe
Mhm.
that was a I don't remember,
Yeah.
but I
But
don't really like them. Johnny Marr's is a good guitar player though, but
yeah, and what's his name? The bassist, Andy. Oh my God.
Andy's thing.
what's it? Yeah, Andy. Wait, I think Chris. Oh yeah, Hat Full of Hollow. Yeah, Chris also weighing in. The first two Depeche Mode albums are great. He loves them.
My favorite is Violator. I don't know if that's cliche, but
No, that's a, although personal Jesus, I could, it's kind of like how my girlfriend is about Metallica with Inner Sandman. She hates
personal, it's that's like my least favorite on the album, I guess. Now that I'm thinking about it, Enjoy the Silence, I will still gladly listen to
that
because
is a jam.
that is even the like last 2 minutes is good.
Hmm.
Like the
Yeah,
part that is unexpected. That's a just such a perfect song,
yeah.
even though it's been played so much. Like it's perfect. There's very few songs that are like played so much and rightfully so. Like 1979,
Mm.
for example.
Oh, by the Pumpkins.
And then I
Yeah.
think an example where it is overplayed and you know it's overplayed is like Don't Stop Believing, even though
Hmm.
that's a great song.
Hmm. No, I mean you gotta, respect the, those songs for what they are, but at the same time, you're like, I could, actually,
Yeah,
there's a, if we talked about the Frogs, the band, the Frogs.
maybe. I think.
So the Frogs, they were partnering with with Smashing Pumpkins in the 90s. Actually, they
Yes,
were
yes.
on they were on their label, and uh, the Frogs have a song called Pleasure, if you look it up. But he did, I think, yeah, the Jimmy from the Frogs played it live, and he did an intro where he's like, I wrote this song and I in 1979, and I showed it to Billy Corgan, and basically, saying like, we'll be in our lawyers will be in touch with Billy after this, and started playing the song, and it sounds just like 1979, but it's the song Pleasure.
Wow. I
So
didn't know that. That's
yeah,
pretty.
but I know that,
I'm
that.
sure Billy put his weird twist on it. I haven't heard the original, but I will listen to it.
Mm,
Thank you for telling me that.
yeah.
Really quick, I wanted to ask, do you have like any other notes of the album that you made?
Oh
Because
yeah, I
we're talking
do.
about other people, which is
No,
awesome. But
yeah, no, I mean,
I wanted to answer anything else.
well, first off, I want to let everybody know that, well, if you be so kind to tell the folks where you can hear So Long Nuclear Family.
Everywhere. Um, Even Spotify, as shitty as they are being to artists
Yeah,
currently.
yeah.
Like that's why My Bloody Valentine took their stuff off. Godspeed You Black Emperor took their stuff off. I think there's this one like 14 or something piece uh collective that took their stuff off and they put it up for free on Bandcamp or something.
I
Um,
think Dead Can Dance too just announced that they are selling their music directly on Bandcamp, and not,
Bandcamp is pretty awesome.
yeah, yeah. So, and you're on Bandcamp, of course. So,
Yes, I am for free because you push a button. You shouldn't have to pay to do that.
I mean,
In my opinion, I don't know. If you're struggling, it's different, I guess.
well, I mean, that's the kind of, well, that's something that I've talked about on our show, a little bit, but I want to want to get into it more, lean into a little bit more about just the reality of, doing music, and it's just it's a, obviously it's somebody who can make money off of it. They're lucky to be able to, like, have a career off of it, but we, we don't, do this for any kind of monetary anything at this point. It's just part of what we're doing, and but I wanted to ask, so I noticed the cowbell on the record,
Hmm.
and I kind of like, and I wrote a note about it, and I was like, because I would hear it, in certain spots. I kind of hear the cowbell as like, because the record is like a concept, and I don't want, you don't have to get into like what the record is about. I think if you listen to the lyrics, there's definitely, there's a lot of scenes, a lot of different characters that kind of form this,
Yeah, I could
form.
actually. go over it at some point. I don't need to gatekeep it as much for this video as I thought I would have to. I recorded a bunch of footage, which I'm gonna edit like later this week, that is about the making of that. So I don't mind
Give us
talking
a little
about it
sneak.
here because
Yeah.
that video doesn't exist yet. So
Okay.
I'll I'm totally open to sharing anything. What were you gonna say about the cowbell though?
It sounds like it's kind of like the stark fist of reality. It's almost like it's this
Mhm.
that's like the way it kind of gets introduced in some of these songs. It's like it just seems like it's sort of like kind of bringing us back to this reality that these songs lie in. Would that
Wow, I didn't even think about that. Like, it's like it's waking us up.
Yeah.
I think the reason for that is because the position of where my I stuttered, excuse me, where my mic was um for the drums. I put the mic up behind the kick drum and then
Okay.
up and then like my high toms here. So it would have been like right there and then the ride cymbals and the crashes. And then the cowbell is on top of the bass drum and it's a 9-inch cowbell. Um
Yeah. No, I like
my
the sound.
favorite. So I think it's just because of how upfront it is. Somebody complained and told me that it should be recorded separately, but it's part of the drum set, so it wouldn't make sense to record it separately. If it
No.
was like other percussion, then that makes sense. But it's like I was playing it as if it was like another cymbal or like drum that I was using.
So it's more like yeah, no, that's almost reminded me of there's that song by Big Star.
I
Um,
like Big Star. I like Chris Brown.
yeah, you know what song Kangaroo?
No, I don't.
It's
I,
on
I should though.
yeah, it's a good one. It's on Sister Lover, or it's the third album. It's really like yeah, basically kind of like it's Alex Chilton kind of falling apart, but still managing and he's like out of it on drugs and boozing, but he's putting this record together, not with consistent lineup, just like different people. But Kangaroo is like the most like depressing, just sad, the saddest song. And like right in the midst of this kind of like druggy, like hazy thing, you just hear this cowbell kind of like waking us up. So that's what
That's
it made
cool.
me, yeah, that's what it made me think.
It might be cliche, but I really like the song "I Am the Cosmos."
Oh, what's cliche about it? It's the greatest song ever written. Like,
Well, just because it's his most popular, but that song's so good, right?
I mean, is it popular? I just always
It's
assume like
his most popular or his most well
sure.
known.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but like the song's so good,
He's definitely my favorite of the big like the whole Big Star story. Him and Jody.
and he's in the 27 Club along with Pete Ham. I like Badfinger too.
Oh yeah, Badfinger's the shit.
Awesome. Uh,
Um, but
no
yeah.
matter what is a perfect song,
Hmm.
and Without You, um, Day After Day,
Yeah.
those I just really like them. Very sad what happened to him
Yeah.
with the record label because they demanded that um the record label demanded like 2 albums a year to like survive. It's
Yeah.
just crazy. I mean, I would have no problem doing that, but
I was
I
gonna
understand.
say like so you couldn't
So
I
yeah,
mean,
it's very important.
do you write daily? Like, I mean, how like what is
I think it's more weekly.
weekly? Okay.
Um, or like I will form a thought every week, and then every day I will like add a little something. I think I use my notes app more than any other app in my phone
Oh yeah, it's
because
the
it's just
best.
like it's like the equivalent of having a notebook and a pen everywhere you go, like
Yeah.
the way writers used to do stuff. So I'm using my notes app constantly.
Yeah.
There's got to be like 100 to maybe over 1,000 notes. But yeah, the cowbell was just a cool effect, and I use it on some stuff before it, but maybe not as much. I think I was very versatile with the percussion on this album. Like there
Hmm.
were stuff. Like there was stuff that was playing the, I guess the best thing to compare it to is like a standard like AC/DC beat, where it's
Mhm.
like instead of hitting the hi-hat like every eighth note, I guess, maybe quarter note, I don't know. I can't read drum notation. So I apologize if my
I
terminology
can't
is
either.
if I apologize if my terminology is incorrect. But
Oh, I mean, I can. I think that's kind of how I am with when it comes to like music theory. Like I can barely talk about music theory. Like you're much better about it than I am.
yeah, and
Yes.
that's where I am good. Like I love music
Yeah.
theory.
Chris is also like, classically trained, so they know exactly, they can articulate and break down something. Whereas for me, it's like, well, it's got this beat, and I love this, you know, I love how the organs are punching in this one part, and like, so I'm like, I like the switch, I like this. It just,
Like the sonicness.
oh yeah, Chris says, yeah, I didn't know drums had notations. Yeah. Actually, my buddy Joe Phillips, aka Joe Mashugana, if you're out there, yo, uh, he switched from guitar to drums, and now he's drumming with forget one of the band, I forget the band that he's in, but he's drumming for I Love Rich, uh,
It's an
Chicago.
interesting switch up because with guitar you don't um have as much of an attack. So you have to like form it when you do play drums
Yeah,
and
and
like
so
hitting it.
and I guess you can read drum notations, and he says, oh, it's easy. Anybody can pick it up. So
I
he's the
probably could because
yeah.
drums are the most repetitive part of a song,
Mm.
right? Like
It
um
can, yeah. I mean, nothing wrong with being
the
repetitive.
most consistent because like you can do all of chord progressions, but it can be the same beat
Yeah.
or yeah. So maybe I'll get good at it in the future. Um,
Yeah.
what other anything else? Notes? The
Um,
cowbell. That was. I like that you mentioned that though.
I just thought of like the cowbell as like reality, and also, yeah, just hearing a lot of what did I put down here? A lot of keyboard heaven, and
Hmm.
especially "Hey Pretty Boy," which that song is like beautiful. And I wrote
Thank you.
down like keyboard heaven, death disco, and then your voice was kind of like hitting, like you're hitting your neck with your hand.
Yeah, yeah. I was hitting my
It's-
chest for this like tremolo effect. The point of that song, I could talk a little bit about that song actually.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm glad you noticed the keyboard throughout the album.
Yeah, there's
That was
definitely a lot
like
more.
absolutely that's the best part of the album, and I love that I started to play keyboard like that because I never did it. I was always like afraid of doing it because I thought the way that I would do it would be like easily criticized because it wouldn't be the way. So I treat it like as if it were a rhythm guitar almost. So I
Mm.
figured out the voicings as like the same way the notes are stacked, like on a bar chord on a guitar. So it'd be like the
Mhm.
1 and the 5 in the left hand, and then like the 1 3 5 in the right hand, an octave up. That would be the equivalent of a bar chord on a guitar. I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but
No, I mean,
that's what it would be.
just I can picture in my head that, instead of having rhythm, like a rhythm guitar doing like filling out the sound, the keys are taking care of that.
Mhm.
If it was as a rhythm thing. No, I mean, yeah,
I wanted to also incorporate more sustain or like have notes like chords, not just like single notes. Because I used the ebo as well on my guitar, so that was
yeah,
like the closest to sustain I ever got. But otherwise, I had to keep hitting everything. So I wanted to do more drony stuff and like psychedelic, even though it's a goofy word, like ethereal
yeah.
sounds with some of the chords that I was using as well. I really like I don't like synths. I don't like using synths, but I really like synthy like um it's almost like going through it's like traveling through a wormhole or something. Like there's
Mm.
something otherworldly about music like that, or like ambient stuff even.
Hmm.
Uh, even I don't know if that sounds too artsy fartsy, but
It's not artsy
I like that
fartsy
stuff.
enough, man. You can get us pretentious here. Like, like, I mean,
I
this is your time to be like, yeah, this
I
is my.
I really do try to stay humble. Um,
Hmm.
I think everyone is equal to each other. I don't think anyone is better than me, and uh I don't think anyone is better than me either. I don't think I'm better than anyone. I don't think anyone is better than me.
Sure.
So whatever. Hey Pretty Boy is about, well, the song is in quotation marks, so it's not told through the perspective of me. Every time I do a song that is not through the perspective of me now, I will do it through the megaphone, distorted vocals, because I'm singing through a megaphone throughout a
Hmm.
couple of songs, like the way Apocalypse Hoboken or the Blue Meanies did,
Or the
or
Butthole Surfers too.
Butthole. I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
Butthole Surfers. Um, I don't think I'll use a shotgun in my songs though.
No.
It's crazy how he could bring that on stage and nobody would be running around in fear.
Oh,
Like a totally different time.
he did that. He did that to us in Milwaukee when I saw
Wow.
him play. Yeah, and it was like I was up in the front. I was like super stoked, and then all of a sudden Gibby comes out with the shotgun, cocks it on the microphone. It's like I saw you motherfuckers leave after Stone Temple Pilots, and I have something to tell you. And then they started playing Human Cannonball, and he was shooting rounds in time with the music. It was so cool and so frightening. Like
That's awesome.
all of us were like ducking, and I could feel the buckshot all over me.
Wow.
Like this
I
is,
can't believe he didn't kill anyone.
mm. I mean, this was like, I think this was like heroin Gibby, the Gibby era. So they were getting really dark. And not that they weren't dark to begin with. I
What
mean,
year would that have been?
that was 92, or was it 92 or 93? Because I'd seen them in 91 at the Vic. And that was that was probably the most perfect butthole server show you could ever imagine. I mean, there was like really like blinding psychedelic light show. They had like the films with like horrific operation films playing behind them. Gibby's burning his hand with rubbing alcohol and then dousing it with a symbol, which Todd used that same move. So,
He, I think that's his favorite band.
oh, I mean, I think yeah, Andy, his drummer, and I have talked about how like
Andy
his,
is so good.
oh, he's yeah, he's a character. I love Andy, but like ever since I've known him since the 90s, he's just like, yeah, such a very like, I don't know, childlike, but also just like way smarter than a lot of people in the room and just
Oh, good. I don't know him, but I
yeah.
do know that he's like the guy behind like the website apocalypsehoboken.org.
Mm,
Um, I think he like wrote most of the descriptions of like the albums or like the live photos
yeah.
stuff. Uh, if
Yeah.
anyone knows or remembers what that website is. But yeah, back to my song. I guess I'm singing
Yeah.
through megaphone for the purpose of telling a story that is not based off of me. I think it's much more compelling to talk about something that you are not saying truthfully by saying it is you, because if you say that like so and so said that, like who's that? They don't exist.
Yeah.
No one's gonna pay attention to that. They're irrelevant. So it's much more compelling to pretend that it's that you're saying it, but like you're playing a character. So in that song, I'm singing through the megaphone and I'm doing this like tremolo thing on my chest. Um, because the point of the song is that you can't trust somebody just because they look good and tell you everything that you want to hear. So the
Yeah.
whole song is about, and the song before that, which is called The First Move, which is about how obnoxious it
Mm.
is to make the first move at everything. Like when you're putting in all the work and you don't get the energy that you give, and it's just like really exhausting.
Yeah.
Um, so the song "Hey Pretty Boy" is like a very flirtatious title. Like that's something that like uh some figurative object of affection would say to you to like try to persuade you um to assuming that you're a guy, because
Mhm.
I'm a boy, I'm a man, I have to sing through that perspective, although a lot of my lyrics are gender neutral. Like,
Mm.
yeah, I think kind of all my lyrics are gender neutral. Like in the song it never says that it's a girl or a boy talking,
Yeah.
um but they're singing to a boy. I just thought that it was like a title that would catch people's attention. And people are a lot less weirded out with the song than I expected them to be. I thought people would think it was like really weird. But it was some people's favorite on the album, which I was very surprised by. I think the melodies and the chords are just gorgeous. And like the Rhodes keyboard, it sounds like a Rhodes keyboard on the keyboard that I'm using, like this
Mhm.
electric piano setting accompanied with the chorus pedal on the guitar.
Wow.
Um, Very atmospheric.
Yeah. No,
That's
there's a
definitely more psychedelic, I guess you could say. And like the
yeah,
beginning and the end with the where it turns lo-fi and then it comes back in with the
yeah.
guitar, which is
Mhm.
done on the wah pedal. Like just put it all the way back and then jump back in with your
Yeah.
foot. What were you gonna say?
No, I just like I said, there's a lot of really dreamy stuff on this that I was hearing. Yeah, in particular, Jeremiah, which I mean, I know, obviously it's not about having hit singles, but that could almost be a single.
Really?
Yeah, I
I
really
never
like I really like the vibe of that song.
That song is about my grandpa who died of cancer last year.
Oh wow.
That's it was named after him. That song and then Gene, which is at the very end. That song
Yeah.
is about my great grandmother who died of cancer last year as well. Um, so there's actually a big theme of like grief on the album.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, I
Yeah.
love both of those songs so much.
Yeah.
Um, Gene is my favorite song on the album, but I can get to that. What do you like about Jeremiah so much?
I think just where it takes me, like what I put down there, definitely a jazz prunkiness to it, which I don't know if you know about prunk.
No, what is punk? I thought you were just saying that. I thought you meant to say punk. What is punk?
Well, it's something that the geezers and I came up with, but it's
Oh,
basically taking yeah, progressive rock and mix it with punk rock,
ah,
prunk.
I like that. Is that a
Yeah.
thing that people say?
We're the only ones that we're trying to push it into the mass unconscious, and hopefully
Nice.
we start a subgenre and do a festival. But yeah, because there's definitely like yeah, that one I was really
Progressive punk. Like no means
yeah.
no. Um,
Yeah. I mean, they were definitely prunky.
that is like totally punk. I like that. Or I thought it was like pronk. Yeah, pronk. I've heard
Like
pronk
like
before.
like
Prunk? Yeah, I guess that makes sense because I guess either one could work because of the vowel. But yeah, that's like definitely like there's heavy parts to that song and it's progressive and um I'm really proud of the keyboard solo, the organ solo on that.
Mhm.
It's not
I
like the
think
hardest thing to play, but um I thought it was very effective and you could dance to it, I'm sure.
yeah. I mean, there's definitely yeah, I mean, there's definitely like because I know you were introducing me to the world of Jordy Griep, which by the way, we got our tickets.
Yes. Oh my God, I'm gonna see you next week.
So yeah, so and
Excited.
I
It was
and I
in Black
was
Midi. Hmm.
yeah, he was the main dude in Black Midi,
Awesome band.
great band, and they just lost one of their members, right? Yeah.
Very sad. He was like the Frank Navetta of that band. He was
Okay.
like the crazy um guitar player that like just had like episodes on stage where he was just going ape shit, and
Okay.
he had so much energy, and he was responsible for like all the noisy parts. He was
Yeah.
really cool.
Okay.
Rest in peace. I think he was like schizophrenic, which
Oh, okay.
that's never easy.
Yeah. No, it's hard to. I mean, I know some people can, what is it, maintain with that illness, but it's difficult and it's can. But yeah, like with Jordy Creep, like when you told me about this guy and I checked him out, and then you dropped this record a couple months, I'm like, ooh, like it's almost like I hear like this. Yeah, I think I don't know if it's the Zit guys or if it's an influence, but it seems like
I am very um I was very relieved. I listened to that album, the new sound, the day it was released, and I
mm,
knew nothing about him or Black Midi, and I was like, this is so cool because it's brand new, and like they're making music like this.
mhm,
Um and so many people like it. I'm surprised. I think they have to be like jazz heads to some extent, or like maybe they were in band in school or something. Because I don't think a lot of people are exposed to jazz naturally unless they are a part of some sort of music thing, like growing up. Like it's
sure,
not something that like their family listens to, or like dad rock or whatever. Like I'm in jazz band at school, and like I think that has had a great impact on me because of the way the songs are structured and like the stuff that they give us. Um,
yeah,
so with Jordy Griep, I felt like it was the perfect answer to so much like uninspired music going on. And
yeah,
I really should refrain from talking like that because there's so many good and bad uh there's so much good and bad art from all time. Uh
hmm
it's just it's really hard to ignore now because of the internet.
yeah,
That's all I'll say.
yeah.
I
No,
really love. Oh, you go. Sorry.
no. I mean, I was just gonna say that, and that's why I'm thankful that you are doing what you're doing, because not to sound like the old man telling the younger generation like whatever. I'm just saying like I think there's just like I don't meet a lot of guys like you, especially at your age, who have this drive and just not being like just another like dopey consumer. Like you're trying to produce something, whether it's for other people, but it's ultimately for yourself. And I think that's
Mhm.
we support
Yeah,
you. Obviously, a lot of people in the old timer corner are like, "Yay, Rocco!" Like Tom Anderson, if you're out there, shout out. He loves you, and he's
love
like,
that. I have looked up to him for. Excuse me. I had this channel where I and like oops, excuse me, my phone fell. My and during COVID, I got into Sidekick Kato, and that was kind of my introduction to Chicago punk. And I did all these like play alongs on my acoustic guitar of like these Kato songs. So like First Class Chump, I Think I'm in Love, the Des Plaines EP.
Mm,
And I was living in Des Plaines at the time. So I was like, oh wow, these guys are from the same town as me. That's so cool. And they knew all these like spots. I think that was the thing that drew me into it. Like the fact that music can be from where you are.
yeah,
uh I think it really resonated with me. Because like during COVID, I did a lot of walking around just like by myself. Because I didn't have like friends to go out with or anything, and you couldn't be too close to anybody. So I just
sure.
kind of walked around Des Plaines a lot, and like I listened to those albums, those two albums, and it felt so like connected. I don't know if that makes any
No,
sense.
yeah,
So I'm a huge Kato fan at heart, and I haven't listened to them in a while, or those albums in a while. Um, but I really like just and Frank is a genius. He's such a good guitar player.
hmm
I think the band was definitely better with Frank, respectfully. But I do like I think I'm in love a lot as well, even though Frank's not in there. And they had like two bass players. Like that was ridiculous.
Did
With like
they?
his
Yeah.
like three strings too, and like the different tuning and stuff. It's like they could have totally been a two guitar lineup still, and they were a two bass band,
Yeah.
but they had their ideas, and I don't think anyone really understood it.
Yeah. No, I
Like,
mean, yeah, they made it difficult in some way. Like, I mean, Tom can tell you like how,
mhm.
they would just do all kinds of ridiculous things in, just to like just to fuck around and whether
I
it's
had so many conversations, and when I say conversations, I used to bug those five members a lot. Um, I've actually never spoken to Joe though.
mm,
Um, yeah, I don't think I've spoken to Joe, but I've spoken to Zach, Tom, and Frank a lot, and Jay a little bit. Who's also a really good drummer. Um,
mm, yeah.
and I remember like they act. Hang on, I'll show you this really quick.
Oh yeah.
When I was 13, they sent me a bag of like goodie stuff. So that would have been my birthday when it was when the coronavirus is going on.
Oh
So
wow.
um in that they sent me some posters, and like there was like a Rollo Tomasi poster. There was a poster for their documentary 10 Years Gone.
Mm,
Um and they gave me this
yeah. There you
first
go.
class chump. And I also have this.
Okay. Yeah, first class chump. That's the last one, right?
No, that was the first one they did.
Oh, okay.
Are you that familiar with Kano?
I mean, honestly, no. Well, the Plains EP and those two records, I mean, I've listened to them. It's kind of
Dude,
funny.
Excel is so good. That song.
Mhm. Yeah. But yeah, I just like and I even told Tom like I think I probably saw them during their lifetime a total of two times, and then of course when they reunited. So, but
Hmm.
they were just
Yeah, I've
the
been waiting for them to reunite for some time. Um,
mm,
I was told I would be able to sing with them on stage for a song of theirs when next
mm,
one. And I'm glad that Tom is enjoying my stuff. He texted me, he said he really likes the album. I think when I was getting into Kato, he was going through like a weird thing. Um,
oh yeah.
so I am very happy that he's like doing better now, it seems. Or is
Yeah.
more active and stuff.
Yeah. And it's like, as I've told Tom, like this is the best version of him that I enjoy. Like I love this version of Tom. I don't know if I would have liked the younger version, but I mean, I
I
think
wasn't there for that. I wouldn't have no idea.
well, we played a show together many years ago when I was in my high school band, the Hee Hee Wives, at our friend's garage, and yeah, I just remember being like, "Whoa, these guys!" Like I'd heard their name, like I knew who they were, but they kind of came in like almost like just like rock stars, like totally like I don't know. There was a little bit of intimidation with those guys, kind of
That's
throwing
pretty.
off this like gang vibe. The best way to describe it. I mean, but they were great. I mean, they were just like they kind of had an excuse to act the way they did, or just be like rock stars. But I'm just checking the time. It's almost 10, so I don't know if
Oh, I'm doing great. I could
you're
keep
doing
going.
great. Okay.
Yeah. Um, yeah, we
Yeah.
could end at like 11 latest, maybe
I
something
mean,
like that. However much, whatever your limit is, I guess.
I'm looking at like say like 10 o'clock, if you're cool with that.
Oh,
Keep
sure.
it,
Oh, then
keep
we
it,
gotta get
or
going.
at least or at least, I
I
don't
could talk
know.
about this stuff all day.
Yeah. But obviously, so what's going on in your world as far as like you're doing some, I don't know if you want to talk about that, but you're like auditioning.
Oh yeah, I did that for college, and I um got some money out of it. I'll say that.
Okay.
Like scholarships and stuff. I'm not gonna
Awesome.
say the amount yet. Um,
Yeah.
I'll save that for when I commit and everything, maybe.
Okay.
But they liked me and they said that I was a unique musician in a good way. So I'm excited about that. Uh,
As opposed to what,
like a unique, like Yoko Ono.
hey, nothing wrong with Yoko. I mean,
She is unique. I have nothing wrong with her actually. When she
yeah.
sings, she's got a good range. Um,
Hmm.
and even though she's old as shit, she's like really
Yeah.
talented. And she's
Yeah.
still alive. She's like 92, 93.
92. Yeah, she's living somewhere in New York, like upstate, not even in the Dakota anymore.
It's weird. Like John could have had any like hot rocker girl that he wanted, and he chose Yoko. It's got to be the
Mhm.
personality then, right?
I mean, yeah, I guess when I'm curious if Chris is going to chime in about that, but because like obviously like Chris is a big Beatles fan. I mean, I'm guessing you're a Beatles
Oh,
fan.
absolutely.
Good. So you were raised right. That's good.
Yes, I was.
I get kind of bummed out when I meet some. It hasn't happened in a while, but like younger folks are like, either their parents didn't play the Beatles for them,
It
or they
doesn't
just
matter what decade you were born in. They like redefined culture,
right.
what it is. The world would be different without them so much.
Yeah. Oh, Chris says check out Two Virgins. Have you ever heard that record?
No,
That's the first record with John and Yoko. They're
like
unfinished
Plastic Ono or something.
pre-Plastic Ono. This was like the
Oh,
somebody I remember reading a comment on YouTube about like calling it the wildest first date because it's like supposedly they recorded it the first time they made love or afterwards they recorded this record and then made love, but
uh,
it's like this weird like yeah, lots of tape loops and it's just
would it have been in the 60s?
68. Yeah.
68.
Yeah. Annie says Yoko classically beautiful with the voice of an angel. Yeah, classically beautiful with the voice of an angel. I agree.
Sure. I'm sure of it. Then, oh man, there's
And I
probably
went
been.
to and I went to her art show twice.
How was it?
Oh, it was
Wasn't she with John Zorn once?
maybe was she with John? She might have. I know she's collaborated with a lot of people, like the Sonic Youth people, the Flaming Lips. They did it. She did a thing.
I like
Not
Thurston Moore. I don't like Thurston Moore though.
what's that?
I do not like Thurston Moore.
You know what? I might I might offend somebody here, but I'm actually on Team Kim all the way.
Well, isn't that kind of what it was? I don't know a lot about Sonic Youth, but I mean, wasn't Kim or like what did she do? I'm not aware of Kim that much. I
Yeah,
just know Thurston Moore's a dick.
yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I've been calling. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Todd Pod is in the midst right now in the chats.
Hello, Tadius.
And I kept on calling Tadius Annie. Sorry, you're not Annie.
That's pretty
Nuna.
fun.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a grandpa. That's fucking crazy. His kid's
Yeah,
pregnant,
dude. Congrats,
and she's like,
bro.
and she's only like 3 years older than me.
Yeah.
I'm like at that point where I could
Yeah.
be. Oh my! I don't even want to think about it yet.
Oh
Still
yeah,
got
no.
3 years.
Yeah, no, no, no. Yeah, just yeah, you got some time. Um, but yeah, yeah. So I'm kind of I like I said I'm a huge Sonic Youth fan. Saw them
I can
probably.
respect them. They're like no wave stuff, but I like the Swans a lot more.
There you go, Matt. Yeah, and they're the real deal.
I fucking love Swans.
But but no,
I like everything they've done, including
yeah,
their no
yeah,
wave stuff. It's just so badass. They brought punk to their most. You said it. Their most symphonic, and like brutal.
yeah,
And he used to hurt the crowd.
yeah, yeah. I mean, there's a
Michael's actually. I don't think Michael's that scary. I think he's relatable, if anything, because his music is so fucked.
yeah,
Um, or like the sort of thought process that he has. Um, Whatever. Do you have any other notes? I don't know. I don't want to sound too selfish, but I like answering questions.
I mean,
Like anything else that stuck out.
anything else that stuck out? I mean, I think I wrote down a dreamy keyboard coda at the end of Jeremiah, which I dug.
Yeah, I love that chord progression is what
Yeah.
the solo section is just uh stripped back. It's the same
Mm.
chords that go on during the organ solo,
Yeah.
just a lot more mournful.
Yeah.
It represents the mourning because he was like 2 decades younger than the people in his life that like died before him. So
Oh,
like
okay.
uh it was just like a state of anger, like why did this have to happen? Um I
Oh,
was just like pissed off that he was dead, like more than anything. And then I was grieving. But immediately I was upset because I wanted to show him my album It's All Happening. And then he died like 10 days before it came out.
oh,
Because he was like, where can I hear this stuff? Because I was talking to him about music and I was like, I have something on the way. Um, I think I remember one time when I visited him, I was like, if you die, I'll fucking kill you. He was like unconscious. So
wow.
I you can laugh, it's okay. Uh I thought it
Very,
was I thought it was a good tribute for him and I really liked how that turned out. Same with Gene. Gene is the best song on the album.
yeah.
Um and the point of those two songs on the album for the album So Long Nuclear Family as a concept is because with my grandpa lost somebody that I related to a lot because he thought very similar to me. Um, and he had like really good attention to detail. With my great grandmother, I lost somebody that contributed a whole lot. She had 4 kids, 9 grandkids, and 17 great grandkids, including
Wow.
me, which is a hell of a legacy to have. And when I was at the service, I was just surrounded by all these people that I knew from all these family gatherings like over a decade ago. And I was like, wow, like when I'm at that age, because she was like 92. No, she was 91. She was going to be 92. Um, I was like, when I'm there, am I going to will I have brought this many people together? Like all those people were here because she exists. Um, and it
Yeah.
was just so crazy. It just blew my mind. um, so and she had a very hard life when she was a mom initially because my grandfather, which was her husband, was like in jail for like 27 years.
Oh,
Um, which so when he came back, they were already grandparents, and then they kind of like settled down, and then they were there when I was alive, so I got to see like both of them at uh, the gatherings and stuff. Like our big Italian family, I guess. Actually, most of it is pretty white. I think I got the most Italian genetics from them, and then
hmm.
like I've stayed Italian through generations. Anyway, um,
Okay.
I was just like overwhelmed by the impact that she had. Um, and I think that sort of commitment, especially like, and like they never like stopped being married, like they were still committed, and like she never like cheated or left because she loved him. I don't know what he was in jail for. I think he was actually, I don't know if I can say too much. He didn't.
Whatever you feel,
Uh,
yeah, whatever. Yeah, I don't,
I
don't.
mean, it was many years ago. I don't think he. I think he was involved with something really bad, but he wasn't um the perpetrator of it. But like he was just like in places he shouldn't have been, and then shit happened. Um, and
Victim
he
of
was in
circumstances. Yeah.
yeah, and he was in the Marines.
Oh,
Um, so that song is very important to me. Because I don't think someone that's just like so unheard of, like the way that she like persevered and worked that hard. Like imagine having 4 kids by yourself, and like you only get to see your husband like once a week in the big house, because they still visited each other, but he wasn't like there.
Yeah.
So that's just like really crazy to think about. And that song is a tribute to her. And the last minute and a half of that song or so, with like the piano and the guitar with the ebo and the tremolo, and then I'm doing this thing where I'm hitting the crash cymbal with the mallet and waving the chimes like at the same time.
Yeah.
Um, that part is like represents like her ascension. Um, That
Yeah.
song makes me
Okay.
that song makes me cry actually. I can't really listen to it that much. Or like if I do listen to it, I have to focus on the music because it's just like so powerful. Which I guess is kind of a good thing. I've never made a song that makes me emotional listening to it or like makes me choke up. Like something that I've wrote. Like you've cried to songs before, right?
Oh, there's definitely a few artists I was just thinking about that make me like kind of like have that lump in my throat where I'm like
Hmm.
one push will just send me over the edge of this.
Yeah. But never something that you've written, right?
Not yet. No, I haven't had anything. Nothing that's
So
brought me to
listening
tears.
so listening back was like very interesting. Um, but
That's
I just love that song, and um, I think it was the perfect way to close it.
I
And
mean,
I was just talking about that because it uh has the same effect that Jeremiah does, and that song closes the first half of the album. I treat my albums like a vinyl record. I've talked about this before.
yes.
So like each side of that album would be like 21 and a half minutes. Um,
Mm,
which is like almost the maximum that you can put the record at before it fucks out,
yeah.
because like the compression and everything. Um,
Mhm.
so I want to do that. Maybe I'll do vinyl pressings in the future. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you have enough to do a box set if you really wanted to get.
Yeah, I do. I don't really like the way those sound though. That's why I took them off of streaming. So they're on YouTube and Bandcamp. Like
Right.
I'm putting all my focus on this and stuff that I can do in the future. And then everything that came before this um is just like to display my experience or like showcase the experience that I have.
Yeah.
Um just because I think they're so dated. I don't know. I think this album is a bit more timeless. And I'm glad you like the title of the album as well.
Yeah, and I mean, like, no, there's a point about that, like, kind of trying to create something timeless, because obviously there's definitely this like there's definitely anger in this music, especially with the lyrics. But then there's
Oh,
also
sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
but then there's also this like almost kind of like wanting something tangible, something like like trying to grasp humanity, like the baby grasping the fan from the back, which I as a kid I remember doing that playing around. Thankfully I didn't lose my fingers, but
Oh,
the
oh,
the,
you're
the
talking
cover,
about the cover of the album.
yeah.
Yes. Okay. That is a picture of me. Um, taken in 2008. Uh, I don't know how that photo exists. My aunt took the photo. I was up at my great grandparents' house, like in this lake in Wisconsin, different side. It would have been my mom's side, and I was just like in front of this big ass fan, and um, I'm like looking down because it looks like such an innocent photo, because um,
Yeah.
or like it's scary at first, but it's so innocent. Um, and I think um, because I have separated parents, I was kind of put in these situations where I was forced to mature faster, not by
Mm,
choice though. Like I just kind of had to figure stuff out more.
yeah.
So I think like that cover kind of resembled what that was. And I like that cover especially because it was the first thing, it was the first cover that I um did where it wasn't like a picture of nature or something. Like there
Mm,
was a human in it and you could tell, and like it was more personal. Because
yeah.
like all the other ones were just like photos of like Earth that I had taken. I don't know. They didn't really look like anything.
Yeah. No, but I love, I mean, this, yeah, like I said, there's this like, yeah, there's anger, but then there's like this humanity, or at least hope for humanity. And then the
Hmm.
fact that you included your family, which reminds me of that post you did recently on Instagram about like what was it, checking on your nanas?
Yeah, check on your nonas.
No, no,
Absolutely.
yeah. Like no, no, Betancourt.
Yeah. Do you are your grandparents still alive?
My grandmother is
Oh,
from my
bless
dad's
her.
side. Yeah,
'Cause you're
but
in your 50s. That is so, that's very impressive.
yeah, I think she's as old as Yoko, if I'm not
Wow.
mistaken.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that makes sense. So
yeah,
you got like you have longevity and you have young like a history of like young parents.
yeah. Basically, yeah. Like
That's
my
pretty
dad.
cool. It's how it was for my family as well. I was
Okay,
born when my mom was 23
okay.
and my dad was 28. So
Oh
yeah,
wow.
they were youngins.
I think it was the opposite with my mom. My mom was the older lady, and my dad was the younger guy.
Nice.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, I kind of similar thing. I'd gotten. I don't know if you can see that. It's a scar right here. It's a basically a rug burn, like a burn from um I don't know if you've ever come across these old washing machines that have like the roller pins where you like throw it's a
Yeah,
very
they
yeah, it's a third world thing, like especially in Mexico where I was at, and it was like an old washing machine, and you would push the clothes through these roller pins that would squeeze all the water out. And I was with my brother, and we are like, "Oh, check out this thing!" And I was like 6 years old, and I was putting my finger or my hands like just enough to pull it back. And I did this a few times, and then I just lost, what you may call it, the I missed the timing, and I ended up getting my hand caught while the roller pins were going, and it just like made this massive
oh
burn.
God,
and,
that's crazy.
and I almost and it got infected, and I almost and the doctor was saying like, if it gets infected one more time, we're gonna have to cut his arm off. So, was, so
You would have never been able to play drums.
right, or it could have been like there's the drummer from God, what were they called? Something the Barbarians. Anyone on the chat?
Yeah. Also, I
Oh.
meant to tell you I really respect your drumming now that I think about it because when you play the like 200 BPMs, you actually do the double beat like boom, 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 boom,
Mm, thank
which
you.
a lot of people I'm guilty. I slack off when I do it. I go boom, 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 but you do boom, 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 boom. Like you include the extra kick. Is it like a thing with your foot where you're going like this?
Yeah, it's like the
Oh my God. It's like Smelly does that a lot. Like no effects.
okay, yeah, yeah. Or yeah, kind of like yeah, I mean
Like
that's
mhm.
you're kind of overcompensating because it's like you're playing with just what you have, which for me is a fourth piece. So, trying to get as much sound, or trying to get play as much on with what you have. And I think
So no double pedal.
no, and it's
Yeah, good.
thank you. You know who was the king of that was Bonham.
Bonham had such a good right foot.
Yeah, and
So did Buddy Rich.
Buddy Rich too, yeah, and I think what's his name, Carmen Appice, the drummer who was in the Vanilla Fudge, and I don't know if you're familiar with him, but
Well,
they opened for, or I think Zeppelin opened for Vanilla Fudge when Zeppelin was touring the States, and uh, uh, Carmine, the drummer from Vanilla Fudge, was talking with Bonham because he had heard those records before he saw them, and he was surprised, like, where's your other kick? Because he was thinking, oh, he's using two kick drums, and it's like, no, man, it's just the
it's
Speed
just
King.
me.
Yeah, it's his kick pedal, the Speed King.
People aren't used to that.
Yeah, so
If only metalheads liked music that was actually heavy and not pretending to be heavy. I'm just
right.
kidding.
Oh, Todd made a comment here about you remember we were talking about listening to your own music and crying and getting emotional or hearing songs. And Todd says it's called Frisson, Frisson.
Frisian.
Frisson. That's when music makes you cry or gives you goosebumps. It's an amazing thing, and not everyone experiences it. Yeah,
Only he would know what that word is.
yeah, of course. And Chris says, I was getting frozen from Bad Company when Moving On came on in the store I work in. So,
That's pretty funny. He just uses the word that he just learned. Frisian, I've heard the word before. I
yeah,
didn't know that's what it meant. I know what fission is. That's like
right.
science.
That's
Um,
when the two things merge or whatever.
yeah, it's like it's so like fusion, fission. I think that's
Yeah.
chemistry. I'm in chemistry right now. I got chemistry brain.
Oh,
um,
yeah.
just did a test today.
Ooh.
I I'm on spring break now. Finally, feels good.
I was gonna say congrats. Yeah, Athena, my partner,
Your
is
lady,
my lady. She's also on spring break because she's a teacher. So
nice, good for her. Bless her.
yeah,
They don't get paid enough.
no shit. But what's your plan for spring break? Obviously, we're gonna see each other, which I'm
That's
excited to.
yeah, can't wait for that. I'm gonna meet like 8 people there, including you,
Mm,
because I made so many friends from the last show. Um, I think one of them is watching right now or was.
okay. Yeah,
So I'm excited to see them.
yeah,
Uh, and I'm gonna like I hope to get to everybody at least a couple of times throughout. And if I'm assuming you guys are gonna be upstairs,
yeah. So we got to find well,
you wussies. I'm
I
just
know
kidding.
there's the balcony area to the left, to the, well, stage right.
Yep,
Um,
that's where you were filming the show that you posted, right?
oh,
Or
we were
you
stage left. We were
or
like,
stage left. But
yeah,
yeah, there is a stage right.
yeah, and the stage right I think is open, like it's general admission.
Hmm.
Because we got lucky, we got hooked up with the balcony pass for the tossers.
I didn't know there was a balcony pass. Oh, the
Yeah,
balcony. Oh yeah, because there's like the upstairs, which you
yeah,
can just go to. I love the metro. I love how compact it is, but it doesn't feel cramped at all.
yeah. I mean, it's I mean, I've been to some shows where it was definitely overbooked, or I wouldn't say overbooked, it was sold out.
Mhm.
So like it's when that place is packed or just filled, it. It's crazy, but um
I'll also mention this. The songs Ollie's Piece and Zoom In with Zap on the album are about my sister and my brother. I have a sister that has the same dad as me. Like they're both half siblings. So I have a sister on my dad's side and I have a brother on my mom's side. And they also have separated parents. So
okay.
I wanted to make songs about them as well. Um, so
That's cool. No, I
uh,
mean,
yeah.
yeah, like I said, I mean, just like some of the lines on these songs too are like, especially on Ollie's Place, like where did all our DVDs go?
Uh-huh. Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
the way of the early 2010s and late 2000s.
yeah,
Because DVDs and then streaming came later.
yeah.
So we watched a lot of like older DVDs. I think yeah, and we were watching like the Pippi movies, which I think I talked about before. So
Mm.
that's like remember when I was talking about like the the person who played the character?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. I got that from like those movies. I think her mom showed us those and they were like these weird honestly like these weird hippie movies in hindsight. And like I would have never watched them if I discovered them now. But like I think because I just had them around, that's like a thing that we kind of bonded over. Um so stuff like that and like the other things we used to do. Cause like up until the age of 4, we were we spent a lot of time together. And then her mom kind of went crazy because her mom and my dad divorced and then like I don't even know if I can talk about it for legal reasons, but it's just ridiculous. My
Yeah.
mom is a piece of work. I'll say that. But
Yeah.
can't get too much into it because I don't even really know the whole story. But and then with my brother, the song actually His name is Zildjian. How cool is that?
Oh, no
Named after the symbol. So
Okay.
Zap is his initials. His
Okay.
full name is um Zildjian Anthony, and then his last name, which is his dad's name. And I don't want to give his dad attention.
Sure.
Um,
Yeah,
he
no.
sucks. He's a deadbeat, and I
Mm,
don't like him. Um,
yeah,
so that song is about me as an older brother being like, "Hey, I have more resources now. Let's have fun," because my mom's with him, and I think about both of them all the time.
mm,
Um, and I'm trying to be there as much as I can. So that song is about like us driving around and like doing brother shit. Um, and I hope to make more memories with him as he's getting older. He's gonna be 10 this year.
oh wow.
Yeah. So big age difference. He's half my age right now. Um, Crazy. Um,
Yeah,
can't wait for what we'll go through in the future.
yeah. No, I mean, I
So
definitely
that's
hear, yeah, I hear
yeah.
family, I hear a lot of like, there's
Mhm.
dysfunction, but there's also, yeah, like this,
This bond, yeah,
yeah,
with the people that I'm related to. Yeah, I'm very close with everyone individually. It's just together, everyone is like kind of strange, I guess. But everyone has loved me very well, and that's really all I can ask for.
hmm
Happy about that. Not a lot of people can say that. Not a lot of people are as close with their families, especially like older generations
yeah.
or were around for them. I got to meet 7 of my 8 great grandparents.
Wow.
Hmm. Well, the only one I didn't meet died of a heart attack like 20 years, more than 20 years before I was born, because, and he was like 50. So, like, if he didn't have heart problems, I'm sure I would have met him as well. So, I'm very, very thankful. And I think uh, with the recent themes of death and like isolation and stuff within myself and my family, I felt like this album was like the perfect outlet for that.
Yeah,
Just like all these things coming together, and like the title of the album could mean a couple different things based on how you look at it.
yeah.
I threw a lot at you. I apologize.
No, no. I mean, I mean, I want to give you this platform to just like however comfortable you feel talking about this, because like I said, we're talking about So Long Nuclear Family by RFP. Uh, check it out. It's all over the streamers. It's a beautiful record.
Thank you.
It's a loud, it's definitely got some cool, frightening moments. I hear a little Bad Brains in I think what did I
Oh
write?
wow,
In Zoom In with Zap. That one.
that song is so badass. Um, I
I mean, I
just
think
love how loud the drums get, and I don't really like. Are the Bad Brains homophobic?
so okay, yeah, it's another amazing band that unfortunately went down this weird homophobic, and it was influenced by their their love of Rastafarianism and just, mixing that. And I think that was the undoing. And then they kind of got it together later. But I mean, you know, musically, like,
They're
you know,
badass. That
they were
first
badass.
album is so good.
Yeah. I mean, they were definitely like, because I always talk about what it was that, attracted me to punk. Like, what was it that attracted you about punk as far as like, you know, was it the lyrics? Was it the way the music was, or what? You know,
Oh, are you asking me?
I'm asking you.
Oh yes. It was at first it was the music because I was bored of rock for the longest time. I don't
Yeah.
know how depressing that sounds to say that at
No.
such a young age, but I was really bored of a lot of just monotonous music, and I wanted something more um, fun to listen to or something that would catch my attention. The lyrics did not matter to me as much. Um, I'm sure a lot of it went over my head when I was getting into it, anyways. But then I realized that like the lyrics are really good, and that's like the main part of punk most of the time. Even the Ramones are like political.
Oh yeah.
Um, it doesn't even need to be political, just like anything about this, the world around them, I really admire.
Yeah. The
So
comments are
now that's what it is to me more than the music. It's the state of mind. But back then it was the music and the actual music, not like pop punk music. I wanted like screaming hardcore. Like
yeah.
that was my thing. Like I love Negative Approach when I
Mm,
was getting into them.
yeah. I
And then
guess,
really
yeah.
like pre Rollins Black Flag and Minor Threat.
Mm, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Reagan Youth too.
Mm. Well, like you, I was also, to quote Claude Bessy from Decline of Western Civilization one, we were tired of the boring old rock and roll, but you didn't dare say punk because they'd kick you out of the fucking party and they wouldn't give you any coke anymore. Um, but
I
yeah,
never watched the first one. I watched the third one, uh,
oh,
Decline. I like that more.
that one's
Um,
rough. That one I think is like the hard watch. Well, like and actually Chris, um, if you're out there. Oh, Chris wanted to know if you knew that Chris is non-binary. Just
who is Chris?
Chris McGovern, the Gen X Muse, who's on he's a friend of mine. He just added that in the comments. So they wanted to let you know that Chris is non-binary.
They're non-binary.
Hmm.
Okay,
So uh
but are you like, are you saying him because like you knew him as him for the longest time?
I've always known Chris as they
Oh, okay.
since I first.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
so um I'm bisexual. I don't know if I said that actually.
No,
So
no.
I'm very I don't like to talk about it because I don't want to make it my personality, but like it's not even really that. I just believe that I can like whoever I want. Like I would be equally as attracted to a woman or a man if they were like a good person to me.
Got
And
it.
so I'm very LGBT friendly. And
Okay.
um yeah, if they go by they, it's so easy to do that and people are so bad at treating non-binary people. You talk
Yeah.
about them as if you're referring to like a group of people.
Yeah.
That's like their hair is very good looking. They are walking to the mall. Like that's how you address them. And
Yeah.
people are like, "How are you a they? What does that mean?" And it's
Yeah.
not even really a gender. It's more like a placeholder for no gender because you're
Hmm.
genderless.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. So
Yeah.
that's cool that they came to that conclusion if they've
Yeah.
stuck by it for that long.
So Chris told me that all these people met them after Chris came out, and I guess Chris is pansexual, BTW. So yeah, I
Very
mean,
cool.
I
That's
and
like that's like the most non-label label that you could have because it means personality.
Mhm.
So it's not really all that crazy. I'm not a big fan of labels, not gonna lie. At least for sexual orientation. Don't like
Well,
it that.
and as I've
But
said,
yeah,
and as I've said, yeah, I would wish to be in a world where that wouldn't even be a thing. It would be like where we just let go of all that, as far as and
I don't
just
even like refer to people like a different color that way. Like you tell me you're Mexican and stuff. I don't even I forget that you're Mexican or
most
like
people
of
don't even think
color.
I'm Mexican too. That's the other funny
You,
thing.
you know what I
I,
mean? Or like you don't refer to like if there's a black dude in a group of people, you don't refer to him as like, oh, the black guy over there. It's just the
yeah,
guy, you know?
yeah, yeah, sure.
Stuff like that. Just like forget the labels. It's really just for like the convenience. Like when it comes to LGBT stuff, just so that you can denounce it and be like, no, no, I'm gay or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, but I totally agree with you.
No, I mean, and
That is a perfect world.
it would definitely, it'd be a perfect world. There wouldn't be a lot of fussing and fighting. There wouldn't be, just the anger and the hatred, which I think, yeah, I mean, back to your record, so long nuclear family, there's definitely that undercurrent of anger, but
Mhm.
I mean, it's just, yeah, like I said, please check it out. It's worth your time. Chris also wants to see it on vinyl one of these days. So if anybody's got some deep pockets or want to, I mean, hopefully there's an A&R person. I mean, would you ever consider signing to a label, or if it was,
I mean, I think the only reason people have labels nowadays is to like for promotion, right? Not for the because they can put out the music themselves at
yeah.
any. Or does the label do the physical media? I don't really know how that works.
I mean, for the most part, depending on the label, they'll either like help you distribute your music, which you already have. You pretty much do that on your own. But maybe some labels will give you a budget to go to a nice studio. I mean, would you I mean, what's your thought about like, home versus going to a studio? Would you ever consider going to a
Yeah, I mean, if I get the right role, I'm there.
right? What
I'll
what would
take any
be
advancement. No one has just like I've never gotten those opportunities yet. But if I were to, I'd be smart about them, but I would surely take them.
yeah, what would be
And
your dream studio if you're
just like something Steve Albini would have had,
yeah,
because the way I think he recorded drums with like 12 mics or something like that.
yeah, in different spots.
Just insane.
Yeah.
Um, but it sounded so good and like raw. Um,
Have you ever been to electrical, the
n-
audio?
no, I haven't. I really wanted to get produced by him, and then he fucking died,
Then
and
he fucking died.
I was so upset.
I think he was working on my friend's band's record. Facts.
What happened once he passed?
Oh,
What like to the band? Were they fucked?
I mean, they ended up, I think they were just getting started. They might have just did some tracking. And then, obviously once he died, yeah, he was like, I, they might have taken a break or two, but then they went back to working on it. So, but yeah, no, I've been in that studio and even like I actually recorded there a couple times for a couple projects, and you could hear that Steve Albini drum sound without all the mics
The
or just
reverb, yeah.
yeah, the way the room that I recorded in, it's just like, oh, you just have to hit it a certain way, and all of a sudden you get that Steve Albini ring.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be too big either, because I play four instruments, so it's not like I have this big band, you know, that I
Yeah.
need to squeeze all these people into. Um, Assuming I'm still doing everything on my own. I would like a band. That would be nice,
Mm.
but I'll cross the bridge when I get there.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, I guess
yeah.
you just, I
If we
guess
do any Vindictives covers down the line, that'd be pretty cool. Maybe get Johnny involved or something, or get some fine musicians to do Dr. Bob's parts, probably, because Dr. Bob's not even around anymore.
no, he gone.
And Joey's kind of in seclusion, right?
I mean, I
Or
think he's out in the open more than, but he's, yeah, he kind of keeps to his own, his own circle, which I did send him a message, and if you're out there, Joey, you might be watching, who knows? Uh, but
he did get me back. That was insane that he texted me. Like
yeah,
I respect. That is
yeah.
definitely him, right?
I mean, yeah,
It
that's
has to be. And I
yeah.
think on there's like a picture of him and his son as well.
Hmm.
Um, and it's Giuseppe Valium,
What
which
are
is
you?
like Joe Volano. That's got to be him.
Yeah,
Uh,
no, yeah.
so
Or as
yeah,
or
that
as
is funny.
or as Dr. Bob used to call him, Valino. Hey, Valino.
Volino.
Dr. Bob was a very rest in peace to him as well. Was such a sweet man. I mean, he was,
Fun.
I didn't realize how troubled he was, or that he had demons, and it was always kind of like talked after the fact. So,
Hard to
But
tell. It seemed like it would have been hard to tell with him.
yeah. And he had this crazy thing on his arms. And if anybody in the chat who knows what I'm talking about, like he had these like kind of like my scar tissue, but it was like these big like circles of scar tissue on his arms.
Weird.
And I forget if I asked him or somebody else. I asked Buckley. I'm like, "What's up with that?" He's like, "Oh, that was his old gang tattoos." Because he was, yeah,
And
he
the
was.
leather look and everything.
Well, I mean, I don't think he was in a leather gang. He was like in, I don't know if you know about any of the Chicago white gangs from the 70s, but yeah, there was like a
I'm aware of
70s.
some of the riots that went down, uh,
Yeah.
maybe like in the late 60s because of segregation, right? You're talking about like white uh race.
Mm, no, I'm talking about like white gangs.
Oh, I don't know any gang
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. No, that's a like 67. I mean, I grew up in the north side of Chicago, so I saw a lot of those like, like white gangs that it would always be like the Mexican gangs, the white gangs, the black gangs.
Oh, so you are talking about race.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, okay, yeah. So we
uh,
might be talking about the same thing.
maybe.
But that a lot of that stuff is a thing of the past, right?
I mean, I don't know if it's in the past so much as it's just kind of like it's mutated to something else. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of old timers that still represent, I guess,
What
but
year
no, I
was
mean, yeah.
uh, no, you go, sorry. Or go
Oh
ahead.
no, no. I was gonna say like, yeah, I think Dr. Bob was what I heard was, yeah, he was part of some gang. Forget which gang it was, but yeah, I mean those guys, like I said, those guys were like like definitely a little older than us when I started seeing them.
I was
I
gonna
was
ask, what year was Dr. Bob born?
I don't
About.
know.
You said he was old enough to be your dad.
I would say he's probably yeah, probably my dad's age. So because I think he was born, yeah, I'd say he probably was born in the 50s.
Hmm. He was like 10
So
years older than Joey. I think Joey's born in 63.
yeah, oh yeah. So yeah,
I
I
guess
think Bob, yeah. Bob was definitely like, yeah, he was the older guy. Buckley too, to an extent, but I think he was like in his late 20s. So, but anyway.
yeah, he would have been like old enough to be my grandfather. Dr. Bob, old
Yeah,
guy.
yeah,
Uh, but like, I like the part of the show in '93 where Joey's jumping on stage during in the corner, like with his hat.
yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah, that's the
and
Wrigley Side
yeah,
Show.
and then Dr. Bob's like with his left palm.
Hmm.
um,
Yeah, that was a
but
fun show. Yeah, I was right next to Buckley. So I pretty much
yeah, you're like not in the video though.
no, like yeah, there was like a little wooden partition next to Buckley. So I was right behind that thing and I was, feeding him drumsticks and cigarettes.
Yeah,
I'd light cigarettes for him and back when you could smoke inside of a club,
pretty dope. Well,
which is
not
why
dope actually. I don't know why I
no,
said
no.
that.
I mean, yeah, no, I mean if yeah, yeah, I can't tell you how many times I come home smelling of sweat and,
Never
cigarette.
smoked.
Yeah. But we stole this riff from Will Buckley. But anyway, yeah, it's man, I'm trying to think of anything else. Like I said, please go and check out this record. It is called So Long Nuclear Family. I'm just gonna keep pushing it because I want people to
Go
listen
ahead.
to it.
Yeah,
My friends,
I'm
yeah, I'll
very.
I'll I'll add it to the description. But I guess one of the questions I ask, and I appreciate you just kind of like being a sport about all this. Like, I mean, I had some things I wanted to talk about the record, but I just wanted to talk to you because, we've been really I'm enjoying like the back and forth, that we've been having about music and just life.
Well, if you actually have anything else really quickly, feel free to ask um about the album. Or did you get everything out?
I think I got most everything out. But I
Is there
just yeah, no, I
anything else
mean,
that pops up last minute? Just throw it at me.
I'll throw it at you, but in general, it's yeah, it's a very yeah, it's a very mature RFP release.
I
And
really appreciate that.
I
That's what I
love
was
the
looking for.
yeah, and I love the keyboard. The more keyboard, I think that's my one critique. Like it could have been even more keyboardy, but this is great. This is like
Oh, good then.
I mean,
I think the keyboard stuff is definitely colorful because I was treating it like the rhythm guitar. So the guitar is doing the more advanced leads because I'm singing and playing keyboard at the same time. That's the image. So
yeah.
I'm playing what I can sing along with as much. And actually, I think the piano was like the hardest part of the album to play for me, but probably just because I wasn't as used to it. So in the videos, if you watch them that I did, you'll see the everything that I've done. You'll see like my hands moving across the keyboard, and it is actually what I'm playing. Um, the music videos that I made that are on my channel, and I'm that's what the lead vocalist is because I have like my imaginary lineup, as you may know, and
Hmm.
that's like what it would be. So if you want more keyboardy, maybe I'll get on that.
I mean, I mean,
I think keyboard should be in punk more.
yeah. I mean, you said something earlier about that, how like you heard it with TSOL, and and I mentioned the Damned, and even like
Oh, the Damned, yes,
yeah, the first Dead Kennedys record, like
yeah. Drug Me, the
Drug
organ.
Me, and even like yeah, it's funny because like for a while, like I mean, I love Pink Floyd, and as you can see, I'm wearing the Floyd in
Richard
honor of
Wright.
yeah, and Rick Wright, yeah. I mean, I
He's
heard
the
so
most
much.
talented member of that band.
Oh, the most underrated guy. Although I think he's getting more. I think people are realizing how much of a badass he is as a player,
He
and
was so good.
yeah, and same with Nick Mason. I mean, as a drummer, and I was telling this to
He's very creative drummer. He's a
he's
little
very.
sloppy with the time though.
I mean, you know what it is though. I think he uh he is not a rock drummer. He's a jazz R&B drummer, which
Yeah. Well, I thought Nick was more jazz and then Bonham was more R&B.
okay, yeah, I guess yeah, yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, I think he's more yeah, Bottom's definitely got the R&B, kind of
Yeah.
Motown. Hmm.
Motown.
Yeah.
Get ready.
Yeah. What you were mentioning about like low end in music, I think Motown was probably the best label to have like a lot of low end, you know, James Jamerson. I think
Yep.
yeah, like I mean that's so I think yeah, I think yeah, it's always been in you know in R&B and soul that that's where the low end, that's where you hear it the most.
Hmm. The timbre.
Yeah, but let's see what do we got here. Uh Chris says Rocco would have loved Magenta Passport's Dead Days. Oh yeah. Chris was in a group in the East Coast called Magenta Passport with another friend, Scott Parker, who I did an episode with.
I
Um,
saw that.
okay, yeah, yeah. So that's how they know each other. So yeah. So Scott knows Chris and they were in the band together. And I guess they would get very experimental. Well, at least I mean Chris can correct me on that, but I think they would do some way out stuff. Apparently they covered Interstellar Overdrive
Nice.
and cleared the whole room.
That's a weird song to cover because it's so avant-garde.
Hmm.
Like the 6 minutes in between is like uh irreplaceable.
Yeah, yeah. I
So
mean
good
it's
on them.
yeah. I mean you can take that anywhere. And what was it? You know where that song was inspired by? You know the story?
LSD.
Well, yeah, of course. No, but the melody. Um,
Oh yeah, it's chromatic mostly, right? So
So yeah, and
no, what was it?
so it was the manager, one of the managers from of Pink Floyd. Like this is the Sid Barrett era. Was telling Sid, "Hey, I just heard a song by Love, the band Love. I don't know if you ever got into them in the late '60s, same era as the Doors." Um, which I love the Doors, but yeah, not a lot of people do. They're kind of like,
I like
but
the keyboardist.
oh yeah, Rick Manzarek, he's the shit, yeah. And Love, they were like a multiracial band. Their main singer, Arthur Lee, was a black dude in the '60s, which was, wild to see. Like somebody who was like, a person of color who had a rock star attitude like Mick Jagger, just like totally. And there's one of their first hits is a song called Little Red Book, which was sung by Burt Bacharach. I don't know if
Burt
you,
Bacharach.
yeah,
What the
which that shit, yeah, he wrote some really good tunes. I love Burt Bacharach. Um, but yeah, and Love covered Little Red Book, and it's a really cool tune. But it's got the do 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 do. That's like the melody. And Sid was hearing like, but their manager was like, you know, kind of out of tune or just kind of, didn't quite get the song right. And so Sid picked up the guitar and just went dun 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 dun. Dun. So
the
listen
fucked up
to
version of that song.
basically kind of like Telephone. Uh, yeah,
In music form. That's
yeah,
pretty funny.
yeah. So yeah, listen to Little Red Book and then Interstellar. Yes, Chris, that's the story. Um,
And then that song was later sampled on a Death Grips song. You know Death Grips?
I know them. I mean, should I know them?
You don't
I don't.
have to. They're like a internet experimental hip hop duo. But they sampled that song on one of their mixtapes.
Okay. I mean, I know that they're mostly known for either not showing up to shows or like when they do show up, it turns into a riot.
The
Or
shows are pretty crazy.
yeah,
Or like, yeah, their fans are fucking ridiculous. I think
yeah.
some of them like piss on the floor or something.
Oh my God, really?
Or they're just like unhygienic slobs. I don't know.
It's like, yeah.
Um, but yeah, they sampled that. So
Oh,
I
interesting.
love Interstellar Overdrive. That's probably the best song on Piper,
Mm.
right?
I mean, it's one of the. I mean, there's Flaming. I love that song.
I was just gonna say that I love Flaming.
I love how it
Um,
starts.
woo-hoo.
Yeah. I
That
mean,
album is so like childish, childlike. It's
very
very
tough.
wonderful and
Yeah.
like, but it's like weird because it's like LSD and like first there's this weird thing I think with like psychedelic music and like nursery melodies,
Hmm.
you know, like they could a bunch of those songs and then like the zombies like that's like it could totally be transcribed into children's music.
I could hear that. Yeah, because
Matilda Mother.
hmm I mean, you're tapping into like, well, I don't know if you've had experiences with psychedelics. I have done enough to know like the psychedelic drug experience, and I will say that it does kind of take you back to childhood in a way because you're
There,
like,
okay, there it is. That's what I was assuming that it was. That's kind
so.
of like crazy to think about.
I mean, not that I'm telling anybody to do any of the,
No,
to
I've been
to
straight
touch any
edge
of it.
my entire life.
No, that's good, as you should. Yeah, I
Never
mean,
had a drink either.
congrats.
You don't need to congratulate me.
No, no, I mean it's no, I mean especially you know, yeah, I mean your brain is very important. We need to keep that brain.
Yeah, and I have diagnoses, so I don't want to fuck myself up even more.
Oh yeah,
When you have stuff, and then I would assume that the chemical imbalance is just ridiculous.
yeah,
Um, when you're neurotypical, I'm sure it's different, but whatever. Yeah, I don't know.
yeah.
I don't need it. I'm already fucked up.
I mean, that's great. I mean, I mean, I don't need it, but I do recognize it for what it, you know.
Yeah, I understand that with proper use, I don't like injection drugs though at all. That
Oh, I
makes me
mean,
so
yeah,
uncomfortable,
yeah.
like heroin and fent and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
That stuff is, yeah, it's no bueno.
you don't even
Chris,
lay eyes on that stuff.
mm-mm,
Um,
mm-mm.
but
Yeah,
like, I understand what psychedelics have done for music, and I can appreciate that. We
sure.
haven't gotten like, and the weird obsession that it had with India as well. Like, this
Right.
is such a weird time. I felt like it was the decade that could have changed everything. Like they got really close, but like I think we were talking about this. Like people got like sucked in, and there was cults and shit.
I
Um,
mean, yeah. I mean, it's crazy how that, that's, when you think about it, because I've obviously love and fetishize a lot of the creative end of the 60s. But then when you dig deeper, it was very like, there was free love, but not for everyone. It was, only reserved for dudes. Like there was still that kind of weird male, toxic male.
yeah, like in the movie More, when he, I don't like when he slaps the woman all over.
Oh, it's horrible.
Horrible.
I mean, the guy is like, is a total like,
He's a douche in that movie,
I
right?
mean, yeah, like on the one hand, like you're kind of like, how is he going to survive? Because he's like wandering around like without really
In
plan.
Spain, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, and then he dies at the end of the movie.
Yep. Spoiler alert. He
Oh shit.
ODs. He
Yeah,
ODs in the like out in the Ibiza, uh,
Ibiza.
Ibiza in a in a doorway or whatever. Yeah. I mean it.
Yeah, and like John was a hitter, John Lennon. So bunch of them were,
Yeah.
and like pedophilic shit. So
Yeah.
there, I guess at the time their excuse was that it was more animalistic than anything. But I
Mm.
mean, it's not that big of a stretch. But at the same time, going back to psychedelics, yeah, I understand it. I would never do it, but like, I'm sure we wouldn't have gotten a lot of the stuff that we got if it wasn't for that. As
Yeah.
weird as that sounds.
I mean, I think in some circles it does help push humanity, or at least consciousness. But at the
Mhm.
same time, it's not like you don't need it. You just need to. For me, it's always working at it, working harder. But yeah, back to psychedelics and how it does kind of bring you back to childhood in some ways. Like any that's yeah, like some things will pop up that I hadn't thought about.
Like long term memory,
Yeah, like things that
like
happen.
dementia.
Not well, I I mean it does run in my family, at least but
Yeah,
I'm
same.
doing yeah, but obviously you doing music and writing and doing all that is keeping your brain, from degenerating. And that's what I'm doing as well, and trying to, just
Yeah, you got to be mentally active.
yeah, because I think that's what a lot of people, especially our age, start to, get to that point where they're like, like I don't want to do this anymore. It's tiring. Like I just rather, but as long as I can keep doing it, and I mean, that's for me, for you, it's just like as long as, I just hope it stays interesting for you. And it seems like it's looking
Yeah, until I'm dead, there will never be a last thing for me.
awesome.
I hope not.
Yeah.
Something unfortunate happens. Yeah, I guess there have been times where I'm like really excited to get this project out, and I have like a fear of dying a couple of days before it happens,
Mm.
just because like you know we take life for granted sometimes. Um,
Is that just
that,
like,
kind of a
like,
weird, morbid thought, but yeah.
no?
Uh,
And that's just kind of feeling, yeah, I guess sometimes I get that feeling before a show. It doesn't happen often, but where I feel like are we gonna make the show?
yeah, like, are you gonna pass out, right?
Am I gonna pass out or does it happen? Like am I dreaming it? I don't know.
Yeah, it's like surreal. It's so strange. I know exactly what you're talking about.
And like yeah, I mean, so anyway, yeah, wow. We I think I'm pretty good right now. I know like
We
I said 10
exceeded the
o'clock and
limit.
now
I
we're almost
apologize. Yeah. Oh
I
man.
love that. I mean, I kind of, I that was just like, oh, I don't want to. I respect your time. I want to respect your time. I don't. I know you got a lot going on. So
Oh no, tonight was a perfect night for me. I'm glad we did it this week because we were actually, for those watching, we were gonna do it last week, but I had too much shit on my plate.
yeah.
So we moved it to this week, and I think this was the best way to end. Oh, this is gonna sound weird. When is your birthday, actually? Just really
Oh,
quick.
December 7th.
Sagittarius. Do you
Hmm.
believe in zodiac signs?
I mean, it's not a perfect science, but it's like it in a lot of ways it does make it's definitely like what's the word? Like I can see like the patterns and
Mhm.
personalities.
There's some, not even that, just like the energy that each of the signs have,
Yeah.
like the characteristics or the way it will like alter people's moods.
Mhm.
Not necessarily like them. Like I don't understand people who like judge people on this sign. That's stupid. Um,
Yeah.
but there's like different seasons. Um, so today is the last day of Pisces season, and
Mm.
usually for the birth chart that I have, I think Pisces is like a very pivotal uh time frame for me, where like the stuff that I do between that period, so it would be like February 19th to March 20th. That's that season, for example.
Oh,
That's
okay.
like a very for me, I find is like a very make or break period. Like the energy that I put in or like the effort that I put in will equate to what I will receive in the next 11 months. It's a very weird superstition.
Oh,
Um and it's also the last horoscope in the chart. It's the 12th one, and then the first one is Aries, which starts tomorrow. Um
oh, wow.
so that's like I that's like hippie shit, and I apologize,
No,
but
don't
like that's like
apologize.
a so today was like a good way to conclude that. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. No, see, beautiful. See, I didn't realize any of that stuff. So that makes okay. So you're talking about working on stuff during a period during like the particular uh
Hmm. It's like, yeah, whenever the whatever sign the sun is in. I think it's Yeah, I think it's like the sun. It's like, or like the star sign. That's like what it means. Like that's the period that it is. Like because the sun is a star, so they call it the
yeah.
star sign. Um, just like, and like where the constellations are. That's what it means. Um, it's a very weird theory, but um, it kind of makes sense with greater research, and um, I can uh maybe I can write about it sometime in the future. I don't know.
No,
But
that'd
this
be-
was just like perfectly timed for me. And I'm really happy I got to be on the show. I love
yeah,
the show. I love the channel, love the
thanks.
music. And I don't mean it lightly. Like I've looked through plenty of videos, and editing the editing that you do for your videos, like the Abigail ones, those were insane. They were like super long, and you sat and like edited them. Like you didn't even edit them like uh thoroughly, or you didn't edit them in like long sections of places. Like it was very well thought out, and I thought it was very cool, regardless of how many subs or views that you're gonna get out of it.
Sure.
So, and I watched the majority of both of those videos. So
Thank
um
thank
I like,
you.
yes.
it means a lot for you to say that. I mean,
Yeah,
you know, I just hope yeah, like you, or just doing this channel is obviously, yeah, I know it's going to be like not for everybody, but I know that the people
it's a
that,
very niche thing.
yeah, but I think the people that will get it and are the ones that are worth having on the channel because, I see enough, like, especially in this YouTube business, you see a lot of like content makers and it's like gross and disgusting, like how, there's like the news and streamers and all the TikTok
Yeah, I'm not a fan of.
manosphere shit.
Dude,
Yeah,
who has the time to sit down for a live stream that someone else does throughout
for like
their
8 to 12
whole day?
hours.
If
Yeah,
it's fucking crazy and they give them money, that's insane.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
probably like rich people that don't need to do any work. That's what I assume it is. Like, how do they get all these donations from all these people? It's ridiculous. I would
Right.
never sell myself out like that.
No, and and that's just not the kind of that's not the kind of entertainment I'm into. I'm more like, yeah, like,
And most people get popular from that, from saying like edgy things, like
yeah.
all these like stupid ass, like far right commentators,
Hmm.
um, and or like these alpha male pieces of shit.
Oh yeah.
Um,
They're all, yeah.
Not a fan.
No, yeah, I think about like, yeah, there's better ways of living life, and unfortunately, people are still kind of, they're believing this myth, this like this phony image that they see, and buy it up, and like, yeah, it's fucking gross. And what I'm putting out is, I feel like it's a lot more. I mean, it's informative. Yeah,
The two different things altogether.
yeah,
Um, for like modern uh entertainment on the internet, and I
yeah,
love it. It feels like very old school way of doing stuff, like the way people did like old podcasts or like video chats,
yeah,
or like people like a group of friends sitting on a couch and like talking. That's like what it feels like to me,
yeah.
except it's digital. I guess that's what a thing you could thank COVID for, is that it kind of forced people to connect more digitally,
Sure.
um or like they got to spend more time together, or like tech talking, because that's all that they had, um and while they would have been busy otherwise or something.
Yeah.
Well, I think what's worse than anything with like the shitty creators is that those platforms are allowing them to use that platform still.
Right. Like, why is Kick allowing, guys who
Kick.
are like,
Oh my god, kick.
uh like getting into fights with like we'll pay you money to go, beat this guy up because we think he's a predator or some shit. I don't know. I just saw that documentary, the Louis Theroux, I think it's pronounced his last name, the Inside the
I hate
Manosphere.
I hate when people do I hate when people do like predator hunting for the clout and not for the sake of protecting children.
Yeah, yeah,
That is so stupid.
right.
It's like Chris Hansen was amazing for that.
Yeah,
Uh, you know, um,
he's such a
it was
dry
like
fucker too. Like the way he would just come in,
it
like,
was so it was badass, and he had like actual law enforcement, like he knew what he was doing. Like
yeah,
it wasn't like these idiots will um have these setups and then they like have to call the police as the guy's running away. It's so
right.
stupid.
Hmm.
And then the guy like crashes. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
But yeah, no,
So
but
yeah.
I guess the whole thing is like, I don't want to, as much as like, yeah, I would love to have like, I don't know, like, some of my friends who are on YouTube, obviously, like Abigail, who's got like a lot of
Yeah.
subscribers, and
And like
Lars.
her channel is awesome, and that was the primary reason why I watched it. I can't believe you got to collaborate with her. That's got to
I
be your
know that
biggest get.
was, I mean, I have to thank Chris McGovern, Gen X Muse, for shout out to you again. because yeah, Chris connected me, and same with Lars. Like, and that's
Yeah,
been
her friend,
beautiful.
right?
Yeah, and that's been beautiful to like have that, friendship with Chris and with Lars and with Abigail, like just like the YouTube content maker,
Mhm.
because yeah, obviously I got the old punk rocker thing, like I got that kind of, squared away, but now it's like all the people on YouTube who I have love and respect for, who I'm getting to meet. So it's
And they do it in a very like old school way too, like the sort of structured video essays, but they're like
yeah,
good video essays. They're not just like talking about facts or like reading a script that is like printed out for them. Like
no,
those
yeah,
videos are fun to watch.
no,
Abigail
but
is so underrated.
yeah, no, I mean, I was very happy to meet her, over Zoom and then in real life last month. Yeah, it was in February. So that was like, oh, super, super down to earth, just like, you know, just really cool. So, um, yeah, and I just,
Yeah.
we are the quadfecta. Yeah, that's from Chris. Yeah, that's there's the trifecta with I don't know if you ever check out there's a another YouTube content maker named Fandom. I think their name is
Yeah. Fandom.
musician. Yeah,
He
yeah,
goes by fandom.
yeah. So
Hmm.
yeah, so Nancy, Lars, and Abigail have they formed a trio called the trifecta.
That's pretty funny. So the
Yeah.
core factor.
Yeah, so they bring a lot of things to the table when they have music discussions. So um and I was telling Chris that I think Abigail and Lars and Chris and I are the cuadrato,
Is
you
that
know.
Spanish?
Yeah, that's square. Yeah, cuadrato.
Nice. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So but yeah, no dudes love her. Even Joe Mayo and oh yeah. Anyway, well, I'm gonna just is there anything you would like to say before we call it quits?
Well, we made it to 11. Can you believe it?
No,
Um,
I mean,
yeah, I like the show a lot. Like I said,
yeah, thank you. Thank you for the
I could go on and on about stuff. Um, Thank you for enjoying my music. Um, if he links it in the description, people definitely give it a listen. Thank you very much. I'll take the listens because it's actually good music. And I guess something I will say is, despite everything I said about people my age, definitely don't be closed minded to anything just because it's new. There's so much good music out there that exists currently. You just need to find it like any time period.
yeah,
No matter how hard it is. Um, so I'm trying to contribute to that as much as possible and keeping ideas fresh. And I hope I never stop. So
well,
thank you for having me on the show.
no, Rocco, I'm this has been great.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
love this.
I thank you for the kind words. I mean, yeah, like I said, um, yeah, I do this because I get to meet people like you and all my other friends that are on who are checking who are still here. We have 5 people still on this chat. So
That counts.
yeah, no, I'll take any, got to build this little mini empire. But it's, it'll be a
Pretty
very
awesome.
yeah. Well, cool. Well, I'll let you go.
That
Thanks.
was very nice talking to you. Thank you very much. I will see you next week.
Yes, we'll be yeah, have a good spring break.
Yes, you too.
Um,
To your lady more so.
yeah, thanks, babe. I know she's in the other room right now. I don't know if she's asleep. She's been Yeah, normally she would have joined us, but she actually forgot that we had this thing going. So even though I put it on the schedule, I'm like, we have it on our Apple phones and calendars and stuff. So
Happy to be on her off season.
yeah, so but she's watching. She's in the other room. So Chris says good night.
All right, Chris.
I think you're I think you have a new fan. Yeah, yeah, Chris, check. I think I sent Chris the record. So I've been just sharing it with this many people, a lot of my friends. My favorite though was from Sappy, where he was like when I sent it to him and he was like I told him like, yeah, and he did all this stuff by himself and he's 18 and he's like, motherfucker. But he said it, and his name is
No, yeah, yeah.
he's another Italian, Giuseppe,
His
but
name's
we call
Giuseppe.
yeah, Giuseppe, but we call him
Oh,
Sappy.
Sappy. That's hilarious.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's
Giuseppe.
how I knew it. That was the name that he came with when I first met him. And that was at Buckley's house. That's a funny story.
That's
Involving
awesome.
a lot of old style and the queers being in the same proximity as me.
When they were there for, even though they're from the East.
They were on tour. Oh yeah, this is a fun story. Can I leave you with one story of Vindictive?
Yes, yes.
And I've told this. This is like my TED talk for the. But yeah, so this was 1993 November. The Vindictives they had a show at the Isabella's grand finale, which was next to the Dummy Room record store. I don't know if you've seen flyers for those shows, but that was the place that Joey uh, got to use as a venue. And they were gonna be part of this, like I think it was like 12 or 14 band um, lineup for like $1. I don't know if you ever heard about this story, or did I tell it to you?
No, I don't think I remember this.
Okay. So they were going to play this show with a bunch of bands like the Queers, Los Crudos. I think Oblivion was on the bill, Geezers. I mean, it was like all these bands and all for $1. And I was planning on going to that show, so I ended up spending the night at Buckley's. And him and his roommate took me to like, I got to drink at a bar. So that was like, oh, okay. Drinking
How
old
old were
stuff.
you?
19.
Yeah, yeah. So that's like a
So,
big deal for you.
I'm just like, oh, I'm just hanging out. And then went to another party, had a couple more old styles, and then got some Euros, you
Love
know.
a Euro. Oh my God.
Yeah, at Sally's. Have you eaten at Sally's? I think it's closed now. But
No, they're probably not.
it was on Montrose, and that was the spot that like guys in Sludgeworth and Screeching Weasel would go, and so they took me to that, and then went back to Buckley's and having more old styles and just kind of like having fun. I'm like, yay, like hey. And the fucking queers, because they were gonna play with the Vindictives the next night, happened to come into town, and they were gonna party, they came to party. And I just remember talking to them for a little bit, like, I love you guys, I love your group or something. And then uh the beer basically hit me and I got really sick, and that's when I started puking and doing all the things where you're like not supposed to do, like hold your mouth or hold your hands over your mouth because the puke would fly. And I mean, it was disgusting. It was not, and of course waking up the next morning with a massive hangover. Um, and I was embarrassed. I'm like, holy shit, I just totally made a fool of myself in front of these guys. And then yeah, I go to the Isabella's, and I see Joe Queer, and he's like, Angel, my boy, how you feeling? How you doing, man? You're not drinking tonight. Like like no drinks for Angel. He's not drinking tonight. And they were like, I don't know. I guess I endeared them. Just like, I don't know. I mean, and that's the culture of punk rock. I mean, at least, see, I'm kind of getting into this whole, there's two types of punk rockers. There's the ones that are like us, who are making music or being thoughtful and mindful, and there's the ones that are just like out to get drunk and put
They're
on the,
throwing themselves around. Yeah.
yeah, just
Like the
acting like,
dwarves.
yeah, or even just might as well, bordering on MAGA, the MAGA punkers, which I think
MAGA punk?
yeah, I mean, or at least,
That's an oxymoron.
isn't it? But there's,
What the
there's,
hell are you talking about?
oh, I mean, yeah, no, I mean, I mean, we can go down that, but yeah, I'm just saying, like, there's like this kind of weird, like, people who misunderstood, like, Black Flag lyrics or Dead Kennedy lyrics, that, like,
Hmm.
perfect music for slam dancing, but when you get down to the lyrics, like, they're anti-fascist, but anywho, but anyway, but with the queers and that whole scene, it was just like, oh, like it's it's okay. Like it's not embarrassing that you got drunk and puked. In fact, it's probably,
It's charming.
it's charming, it's a rite of passage, it's whatever, oh, it happens. So, which I mean, I stopped drinking about
Yeah, I saw that. Good for you. The sobriety post is some time ago with like the
yeah.
photo of Joey in your face
Me smiley.
with Tim Kinsella and Pete Corm in the background.
Yep. I mean, I trying to remember what show that was, but that was at McGregor's for sure. I think it might have been like the fourth time I'd seen him, third or fourth time. That's when it started kind of clicking with me about these guys. I'm like, because the first time I saw them, like, who are these guys? They look so fucking weird. And then to go to like this band's so fucking weird to be like, this is my fucking favorite band. Like, I love this band. Like everything about this group is clicking with me, and it was
I
just
mean,
like,
it seems like every Chicago band kind of looked up to them. Like Blue Meanies covered Dummy Room, Apocalypse Hoboken covered In the Corner with that piano. Uh
another keyboard.
yeah, John San Juan.
Oh yeah, I know San Juan.
Yeah.
I was just
Um
talking.
nice.
I was talking about him with with Tom and Eric Bosek. Have you been in t touch with him?
He followed me. And yeah, I've texted him. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
but I don't really know him.
He's a cool dude. He's a excellent musician, great bassist. He plays in that band Job with the two B's, which that's a fun one. If you haven't watched that, anyone who's still watching, all five, great. I did a concert film for the band for my friend's band Job with my friend Otto, who's the guitarist and keyboardist, and then there's like a brother that plays drums, and then the other brother plays keyboards, and then Eric on bass. And it's just, yeah, it's all instrumental, just really good stuff.
That is
Electronic,
awesome. It's almost like
kind
the Smoking Popes, where they're all brothers.
with no vocals, yeah. And it's all what do you call it? Post rock, Chicago post rock is what I'm calling it. But it was fun. I mean, we shot the show, got audio, and then I just turned it into this speaking of psychedelic, it's very visually uh purposely, like, trying to conjure up visions. So, and it's under 30 minutes. So,
Love
but
that.
but
You
anyway,
should
yeah.
you should send me all of these things that you listed after so I can get some
Yes.
or I can go back and look.
Yeah.
Um gonna have to see these things.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been 3 hours. Wow.
Ooh. I know. I mean,
Love it.
yeah. I mean, thanks.
This is a very ethnic way to end a conversation. Like I feel like people who are like um I'm white, but like I'm Italian and like um I'm very in tune with my culture. I feel like a lot of people that are like all the cultural people just are like really bad at like ending conversations.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
Like they just want to
absolutely.
keep talking or like get in the car and then they listen to a couple songs.
No, that's it's I'm obviously you're Italian American. I'm Mexican, American, and yeah, same thing, leaving a party. We could never
Yeah.
we could never just go, leave, you have to got to say goodbye to every single one. And then, sometimes you end up spending like a good 10 minutes with that Theo, 20 minutes with that Thea, just like, and then, there's the cousins. Yeah. You know, meanwhile, like I'm underneath the table, just like sleeping, um, or trying to get some sleep with the noise and everything. I just want to go home. So, but no, it's cool. I mean, you know, obviously, like with these Firesign chats, I'm trying not, I ask questions, but at the same time, I'm just like, I like to let things kind of reveal themselves, and
Hmm. Yeah,
I'm,
I noticed that about your shows. I really like that. I think we definitely did that today. But
yeah,
I'm glad that I got out a bunch of stuff about the and I will be doing a separate video on that. Um,
yeah,
will
keep
be
us
edited
posted.
later next week. So stay tuned for that. Watch the videos if you can. And I'll check out everything that you sent me, like or that you were telling me about, like I said. Um,
Yes, yes,
I think that's it.
I think
Um,
so too.
that was a great experience. Thank you so much once again. Congrats on 500 followers, everything that is going on.
Yeah.
So,
And up to what now at yeah, 327 before you even came on. Um, yeah, yeah, I definitely want to have you on, again, let's,
yeah, and
yeah,
however long, maybe
yeah,
in a year, something like that,
yeah, maybe, yeah, like, or just, if you want
or
to
like,
hang out with, I know Tom is wanting to jump in on a live chat. So yeah, I mean, I can,
oh, the three of us. Yeah, that would
maybe I can
actually,
wrangle some Midwest punk titans to chat with.
that is actually a great idea. We should
Yeah,
about that,
yeah.
but make it happen. We can't just say it. We
No,
spoke it
no,
into existence.
no. I'm gonna, this is gonna be, yeah. Now that we're, I guess, Aries tomorrow which is the fire sign. Which, yeah, I mean, before I let you go, yeah, back to astrology. Yeah, like I guess I wouldn't say like I judge people by their, by their astrology signs, but I definitely recognize
There's
because
something there, right? You can tell.
because what's your sign?
I'm a Virgo, uh,
Okay.
which is right in the middle. It's the 6th of the 12th.
Yeah,
It's
Virgo, I mean, that kind of makes sense for you because it seems like you have like what do you call it? Yeah, you don't
the
leave things you don't leave things kind of open. It's everything there's like a plan. There's like
yeah, it's Earth,
yeah,
and I think Virgo is like the maiden, like the virgin, or like the sort of purity or like meticulousness. That's what that means. So
yeah.
yeah, that totally makes sense with the characteristics.
Okay.
Sagittarius is like the half man, half horse archer. It's the archer. It's the archer.
Yeah.
There it
Yeah.
is.
And yeah, we kind of we definitely we like structure, but we also don't mind chaos. Like we can understand chaos.
Hmm.
At least I do, as like I probably undiagnosed ADHD, and for some reason things that are necessarily could be overwhelming for some. For me, it's just kind of like I can sort of cut the noise off and just concentrate. So
Yeah, I'm happy to see. I'm excited to see what comes next in the with these new beginnings.
yeah,
Despite the new year having passed, I know it's weird how it syncs up, but that's kind of the theory of that I have for right now.
yeah, no, definitely. But all right. Well, I'm gonna end this and I'm gonna say goodbye to everyone. I'm gonna say goodbye to you, but I will be in touch. Yeah, we'll have to think of a meeting spot for yeah, I'm just
Metro. I'll go upstairs
yeah,
somewhere.
But thank you for turning me on to this guy because I'm excited to,
Oh,
you
you're
know,
gonna love it. I was there. It was so fucking cool.
and it's an evening, so no opening act,
No, it's just him. It
which
was amazing.
I'm cool with that.
So yeah, I'll see you then, man.
All right, man. All
Thank
my
you so
best.
much again.
Yeah. And thank you for joining the live Firesign Chat. The five people are still here. So I'm gonna leave
Thank
this
you,
up.
people.
Yeah. And I'll probably edit it at some point. I got a lot to work on, so but and on that note, yeah. Peace out.